Welcome to the WAN show, everybody. We got lots of topic here for you today. Luke, house robots are almost here. That's kind of crazy, no?
Yeah.
And YouTube is bringing updates. Surely that'll go great, right?
Probably not. Also, we've got Mark Andreessen funding AI-powered astroturfing because we needed more bad things in the world, I guess. And
That's crazy.
Nintendo may have lost a key patent in Japan.
That's crazy.
You know what else is crazy? Is this intro from Noki.
The show is brought to you today by Saily, Miro, Ubiquiti, and Server.pro. And of course, that's alongside our wrap partner D-Brand, our chair partner Secret Lab, and our laptop partner Dell. The laptops are hiding a little bit today. They're hiding behind our spooky vision skull, but that's okay.
Though.
Yeah, you can imagine that they're there. They're powering the reliable way that we're going to be able to go through the WAN doc with you guys and enjoy all these wonderful topics.
Yeah.
Why don't we kick things right off with the big YouTube news this week? How do they manage to do this? It's almost like they try to make the most unpopular possible decisions. I mean, we had that one thing recently where I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool, where they had the AI-powered likeness recognition, so you could opt out of having AI slop using your likeness all over the platform. That
was cool.
That seemed pretty cool.
That seemed like objectively good.
And then they followed up with a triple whammy worth of updates and policy changes with an AI super resolution upscaler that's planned to be applied to all videos under 1080p. Oh, was it all videos or all live streams? Okay, I seem to remember seeing an email about live streams, but this says videos, so that's interesting. As well as a crackdown on both violent video games and gambling content. This expanded crackdown, which goes into effect November 17th, is paired with more stringent age verification, will prohibit content that directs viewers to online gambling sites, which now includes digital goods gambling like video game skins, cosmetics, and NFTs.
Oh, wow.
And YouTube will also be age restricting casino-style games without real-world monetary value. Big G is also adding broader criteria for violent video game content that will be age restricted, such as scenes of torture or mass violence against non-combatants. So this is a whole bunch to unpack. Let's start with the stuff that I wholeheartedly agree with. YouTube does not need to direct people to online gambling sites. If anything, I think the professional sports space could stand to learn a little bit from YouTube here.
Has YouTube not been taking advertising from gambling sites?
See, they have, which is why I'm finding the whole thing kind of confusing. So rules for thee and not for me.
Yeah.
But can I just take this as a small...
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not really a win, is it?
It really feels like maybe they're just trying to take all the pie from gambling site funding.
Right. But from which country?
All
Like, is
of
it
them.
American pie? Is it...
I'm just recognizing that you don't have a Halloween costume, which is a Halloween costume because other people dressed up as you. So if you dressed up in a Halloween costume, it would actually kind of screw the whole thing up, which is like the most amazing loophole ever. And I'm just, I think, very good.
I went as a tech YouTuber.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so we've also got the bit where you're not allowed to direct viewers. So yeah, you can't direct viewers to online gambling sites, which now includes video game skins, cosmetics, and NFTs. I mean, oh man, how do we? Okay, because I actually do support that because it was clear that nobody else was going to do anything about it. And so it feels like for YouTube to step in and go, yeah, no, you actually can't do that. I like that. I also honestly really like the idea of age-restricting casino-style games, even if they don't have real-world monetary value. I do think that there's a level of extreme that's not necessary. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but a little while back, there was some controversy around, like, even Pokemon Blue getting banned somewhere because
There was the casino.
has a casino in it.
Seems a little much.
Yeah, that seems a little bit much.
It's not a core mechanic. I if I remember correctly, I would just skip it every single time.
Yeah, because you lose all your money.
Yeah.
But like in general, I think I've spoken extensively enough in the past about my frustration with gambling mechanics being introduced to children in everywhere from video games to real world settings, like the
Happy
collectibles.
Meals.
Yeah, Happy Meals, even arcades, right? Like you think you're playing a game of skill. What you're actually playing is a game of chance, and you are putting in a whole bunch of money. Then at the end, you get a little dopamine rush, barrel of monkeys or whatever toy, and you go, wow, I won. But what you actually did was lose. And like I've had to have that conversation with my kids where they go, oh yeah, the best deal in the Castle Fun Park prize bin is this or this. I'm like, actually the best deal is if mommy and daddy had just spent the money that we spent on these gambling games and just bought you a barrel of monkeys. But of course, that wouldn't have been as fun. We just need to recognize it for what it is. Paying an amount of money to have the amount of fun that was playing these games. The prize is not a prize, it's a sucker prize. Which sometimes is a sucker, if you like lollies.
Which could be all right.
Candy.
Oh.
Anyway, does anybody know if YouTube does allow gambling ads on the site? I don't. I have YouTube Premium, so I wouldn't really see stuff like that. Like, can you?
Too.
Like, do you get ads for I don't know, what's a gambling thing? Poker Stars, is that still a thing?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. What's one of the sports ones?
Sports betting. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Insprill says it's all gambling ads.
Yeah.
They've seen stake ads, seen DraftKings. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. DraftKings, that's one of the ones. Okay, cool. So yeah, man, this does feel a little bit rules for thee and not for me. But then again, it is.
Time.
It is. Okay. So,
If I can try to, I don't know, devil's advocate is that the right term for this? If I can try to vouch for them a little bit, which I don't necessarily think this is accurate, but if I can, maybe they think at least that they can control the narrative around their ads more. Maybe they can target it to the right people being adults. Maybe they think that they can do that stuff a little bit better than creators just being unable to because they're just blasting their video out there, and then
you know what? I'm gonna take this as a small win still then, because they could get even more money because they could sell gambling content targeted. Hold on, just a second. They could sell gambling targeted gambling ads against gambling content. And there would be more money in it for them if they allowed that content to go to the broadest possible audience versus if they restricted it in any way. Extremely small W. I'm talking like 3 point, okay, on an enlarged sheet of paper, on an industrial printer, okay?
Yeah.
But there is a tiny W in there. Small W.
I don't know, because I think the gambling content still happens because a lot of original back in the day style, and I'm sure this still happens, gambling, creator monetization was gambling sites giving people a ton of money to gamble on their site. So it was like in a lot of cases undisclosed sponsorship effectively. And then actual just sponsorship. What they're cracking down on is linking, not making that content, I believe.
Digital goods, blah, 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 which will prohibit content that directs viewers to it. I mean,
directs viewers.
But they will also age restrict casino-style games without real-world monetary value. It's like, no,
So casino-style games without real-world monetary value. So it could still have real-world monetary value if it was a real casino. And they're only actually restricting you from linking to it. So, to my interpretation, you can still make that content. You just can't link to the site that you're playing on. Does it say link or direct? It says directs.
Strengthened approach. Okay, here, I'm going to bring up the original source, okay?
Sure.
Prohibits content that directs viewers to online gambling sites or applications that are not certified by Google. So yeah, it comes down to
Certified by Google is very different wording than what we had in the doc.
Including digital goods. Yep. Social casino content. Okay. Graphic gaming content. Yeah. It's. I got to be honest with you. It's pretty hand wavy. It seems like there's a lot of room for interpretation here, which
it's going to have to be.
Is
in their defense.
Yeah, is pretty much what you have to do when you create site guidelines. I mean, this is not a law, right? Google is not the law.
And if you make it super specific, people will just work around it. It happened to Twitch, and they just became a laughingstock. You like have to do it vaguely, unfortunately. So we'll see what that actually turns into. The violence in video game one is interesting.
Okay, I wanted to unpack a little bit separately. Sure, let's move on to it. You know what? You're right. Yep, let's talk about...
I saw some speculation online that this was preemptive for the GTA 6 launch.
Oh.
Which actually, I had basically the same reaction of like, interesting. Because there's going to be an insane flood of content. It's probably going to be good, but whether the game is good or not, an incredible amount of people will play it, and there will be an incredible amount of content made about it.
Yeah, and a lot of it will probably include scenes of doing things to NPCs that could constitute torture or mass violence against non-combatants.
Yeah, honestly, everything. There will also be gambling. Right. There will also be the skins. There will also be literally everything in this update will have something to do with GTA.
Oh, that actually makes a ton of sense.
Who knows? But I saw that idea and it seemed super legit to me.
It also could just be something that's been on the docket basically forever, and they've been waiting for a quiet moment to just kind of make these changes and roll them out. I was not expecting this to ever happen, and I got to tell you, some of our content would fall under these guidelines as potentially being age-gated, which is sort of a downer because this is the next section.
Like what?
What this means for you and your content. Content uploaded before November 17th, 2025 that violates these guidelines may be removed or age-restricted, but will not result in a strike. Remember, age-restricted videos can stay on your channel for 18+ audiences. So I tend to...
What content do you think would get...
Whenever we fire up Cyberpunk, just as like a benchmark, I tend to play Carmageddon. Because then I don't have to aim. And we can just kind of, rip around in the city, and it attracts the police, which gives me an opportunity to get into a firefight. Like, it just is, it's not
necessarily a scene of torture, but it's definitely mass violence against non-combatants.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I always thought of them as just sort of digital pixels. I didn't really, think it mattered.
Non-combatant, yeah.
Yeah. So this could affect a not totally insignificant number of our older videos.
You should find a generic clip of some I don't know. What's that? There was some terrible Flash game back in the day where you took care of horses. You just brushed horses. You should get footage of that. Just every time you go on a Carmageddon spree, it just covers the screen with it. YouTube appropriate content.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So you can make edits. YouTube does have their built-in video editor tool you can use to trim or blur the footage, but you'd have to make any changes before November 17th. So we would have to find whatever videos have this. We'd have to go in, and I think realistically I'm just going to not bother, and then anything that they flag on us, we're just going to appeal and then fix in the meantime, and then we'll hopefully sort it out that way. There are some sort of guidelines that they use to determine whether it's violative of their policy. So the duration matters. If the graphic scene is sustained rather than fleeting. So for compilation videos, they will now consider the cumulative duration of all the graphic clips combined.
Okay.
And then there's prominence. So if the violent imagery is zoomed in or is the main focus of the scene, and this one bones me a little, if it's against realistic human characters. Yeah.
It's a small portion of the video, though.
Yeah, so maybe we'll
You've
do
got
okay.
some credit there.
Yep, some social credit, you know. I was just in China, so I had social credit
Here.
on the mind.
Here, I found a YouTube acceptable game. You just run around and you collect carrots. Jump. We did it. Yay. Oh, wait. More carrots. Jump. Oh no, I made it.
I actually don't think this is acceptable. I learned recently visiting the Bunny Cafe in Vancouver with my daughter that carrots are actually too sweet for bunnies.
Are they too sweet for horses?
Not healthy.
Oh.
So, no,
What are they supposed to eat?
no good.
Root vegetables?
They can eat
Carrots are root
leafy
vegetables.
greens.
Okay.
Yep. And probably other things, but they said carrots are too sweet, not good for them. There are bunny cafes. Yes, there are bunny cafes. This one's not one of the depressing ones where like the animals are abused and stuff though. They work as a shelter and rehoming service. So when you go in, all of the bunnies that are in there can be adopted, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I feel like I should look it up now, but it's like the Bunny Cafe in Vancouver.
Carrots seem to be good for horses.
Oh, that's nice. It's called the Bunny Cafe.
Oh, fantastic.
1696 Venables Street. There you go. Bunny Cafe, pretty chill. They seem like cool people. I've never been to a cat cafe because I live in one. Stale Biscuit asked. We have 4 cats living in our house right now.
Does Yvonne drink coffee? Not a cafe,
Nope.
then. Neither of you drink coffee.
We have coffee,
Oh.
just in case someone visits. I mean, technically, you walk into a Starbucks, nobody's actually drinking coffee. Is it still a cafe? I say yes.
Well, because they have coffee. So
They have coffee.
You having coffee, yeah, sure.
We have coffee.
Fair enough.
Got him. Okay, we do have some...
Now I get to
Oh.
tell the local government about Linus's illegal cafe business in his house.
Would you like to watch the tech-linked example of the AI sharpening?
Yeah,
So the super resolution upscaler?
absolutely.
All right, here we go.
Can we see this?
Yeah, well, I hope so. Well, that's fine. I don't think we need audio. It's more of a visual experience. Oh my God, unskippable ads.
Is it a visual experience, Linus?
It's a visual experience. What am I even
Of
watching an
whatever
ad
this
for?
is. Disneyland is my guess. Nope.
Disneyland. Okay, so hold on a second. First things first.
Is this just the same thing that we saw months ago that Riley talked about months ago? Is this months ago? Yeah.
Hold on. That's not what I thought this was.
I assumed this was different.
Opt-out AI, all videos under 1080p, as well as a crackdown. Hold on. Okay. I need to double check something to make sure that I don't say something that I can't say. YouTube debuts AI-enhanced super resolution for low-res videos. Blah, 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 high-resolution derivatives, blah, 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 blah. Will clearly indicate them as super resolution, leaving the originals intact. Okay. In the case of offending videos, creators can opt out. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So YouTube produces additional HD copies of a low-res source of material, gives you the option of using them in the quality menu next to the originals. So no, my understanding is that this is not shorts directed. It may be using the same technology, which is maybe why Riley linked it like that, but it will look like this. So we may have to go source ourselves a new example of this. Maybe we could try Charlie Bit My Finger and see if it has been AI super resolution.
What about I went to the zoo?
You could try that one too. That would be a great example of something that might have a thing. Charlie Bit My Finger original does not have any super resolution.
Neither does me at the zoo.
All right, if anyone finds one, go ahead and throw it in the chat, and then we can have a look at it after.
Is it rolled out already, or are they just saying they're going to roll it out?
YouTube debuts. Yeah, has anyone else actually seen it? Is there a time frame for this? I mean, they definitely rolled it out on shorts. There's going to be a lot of content that is not going to benefit too much from this, like any kind of like pixel art style gaming videos.
I don't think anyone's seen it. I don't think it's really out much yet, or if at all.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, there's no way that this doesn't have it. Oh. No.
What? Someone linked the old Badger song, and I was like, oh, no way. Like, that one has it? So I went to go check it. No, they just linked it for fun, I think.
Nice.
It doesn't have, no, it's just like auto 240 and 144.
All right, well, it was worth a shot. Whoa, hold on. When Bingo Chronofied says Charlie bit my finger has it for me.
Okay, so it's a user rollout thing.
Oh, that's a bummer. Hold on a second. They sent 2 links. Oh, Imgur link. Here we go. Yeah. So that's what it looks like for you, hey?
Interesting that the even lower ones don't have it.
Très intéressant. Do we have like a side by side? CatOS says try this one. Of course it is. Because of course it is. Thank you for that. Very useless. Also, this is already a 4K remaster, so there would be no need for them to upscale it again. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while since anyone has helpfully linked that particular absolute banger of a music video. I think we can move on now.
It is kind of a banger, isn't it? It's a solidly good song.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And wholesome, too, you know, like...
Yeah.
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 Like, why do songs about, you know, being attracted to members of the opposite sex have to be all, you know, vulgar?
Are the same-sex ones not vulgar?
I mean, not inherently.
Why do you have to... No? They're not?
No. Why?
Because why do you single out opposite sex ones?
Well, because that's what Never Gonna Give You Up is about, I assume. There's a lady in the video.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what the differentiation
Well, no,
is.
I'm contrasting with, you know, songs about bitches and hoes. Like
But what if it is a lesbian singing about bitches? That's suddenly totally chill.
I think they're allowed to do that. What? I'm not taking a position here.
I think you are.
Well, is it on the bottom or top? Okay, we should probably move on.
Oh.
What?
Next position?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more discussion topics on this one, actually. Like, there's where's the line between, you know, do you think strict online age verification is a long-term solution? Is the cost and privacy worth protecting our children? I mean, if I thought they could do it effectively and safely and maintain privacy and not have all of this data leak, no, I don't think it would. I don't think I would mind it, actually. I wouldn't mind age gating things. Like, to me, it's not really any different than them checking ID at the ticket counter of a movie.
Yeah, like I know,
but I don't trust them.
I know the seedier sides of the internet have been available to us since effectively the beginning of the internet. Some of the oldest parts of the internet are very not safe for work.
I don't think they're that old.
Those jokes have got to stop.
Gonna wear out the button.
It's not a joke.
Okay. Where was I going with this? Right. But before it, like in my experience, you had to be pretty deliberate about seeking it out. And now
it's a lot easier now.
Now it's just there. Like you almost can't be on most parts of the internet anymore without it being shoved in your face. And it's pretty nuts. So like, yeah, I don't know. In general, at least a like heavily filtered mode, because the kids are going to get around it. But if it wasn't just like passively there all the time, that would probably be better.
And I mean, our next question, actually, this has been very top of mind for me. I just, like I said, I just got back from China, and they have a very different approach to the tobacco industry than we do here in Canada. So I was chatting with Sharad from the business team about it a fair bit, because apparently a pretty popular thing to do when you go to China is to load up on your allowance of flavored cigarettes and bring them back, because they've been banned here for, I don't think they lasted very long. Like,
I have no idea.
Yeah, flavored cigarettes, I think, were a thing here for a little while, but they basically went away because it was determined that they were much more appealing to kids.
Sure.
I mean, adults like flavored things too, but it was more the concern about, thinking of the children, right?
Adult flavored things.
Mm-hmm. And they had like all kinds of cigarette innovations. Like I'm a non-smoker, so to me it's like, oh yeah, interesting. Like I'm not going to smoke them, but I'm like, oh, that's pretty clever if you wanted people to smoke more. Like there was one that they had that had, so I learned how flavored cigarettes work. Didn't know that before. So they have a little gel in them.
Okay.
Like I assumed that the tobacco itself would be infused with some kind of,
I probably would have assumed the same
flavor, so that when you burn it, it like something like a candle. I don't know.
Sure.
Like the fuel of the fire would have been somehow soaked in it or something. I don't know. But no, apparently that's not how it works. You just have like normal tobacco, and then you have like a gel bead that you like squish, and then as you're inhaling,
breathing it through the filter or whatever.
Yeah, then it.
Sure.
So they had this one that seemed to have like multiple gels in it, so that you could create different combinations of flavors. And I'm just like, freaking what? Like, I mean, cool idea, I guess. Like I said, if you're trying to get people to smoke more, and they had like this, like Sharad was collecting like cool packages. So there was this flying horse one that's from some meme, like, if smoking's so bad, why is the horse so happy, or something like that? I don't know. There was some. He was explaining it to me. He's very into the memes. Let's put it that way. And so he like got this pack of like blue flying horse. Are you looking it up?
I don't really want to share it on screen, but I am trying to look it up.
Yeah. Yeah, the top left, right there. No, it's fine. We can just show the people. They're adults. If cigarette bad, why horse happy? Checkmate liberals. So we went on a mission to find these cigarettes with the flying horse on them.
Yeah.
And it made me it really just made it impossible for me to not notice the contrast between their approach, which seems to be pretty much have at it, versus here in Canada. Sharad was telling me that they're not even allowed to like brand them anymore. Like, never mind getting rid of Joe Camel. Like, they're allowed to say what the brand is, but they're not allowed to have flying horses on them. They're not allowed to have pretty elegant looking ladies smoking on them, or, anything like that.
Yeah.
And they have just like the, gross out nastiest pictures on them because, we have socialized healthcare. So, we literally all pay for people's vices collectively, which incentivize the government very strongly to advise people that, hey, they probably shouldn't do things that are extremely harmful and extremely expensive to treat.
I've always been really fascinated how the smoke break became a thing at workplaces.
No comment.
Maybe not a topic we want to dive into, but that has always been like genuinely fascinating to me that became a thing.
Yeah, no, it's mandated. So like our
How?
our workplace employment code or whatever, you have to have like there's certain like mandated break allowances, and I think it's been revised since then. But my understanding was at some point the cigarette break was specifically for cigarettes, and if you were a non-smoker, you just didn't get it.
Yeah.
But I believe
When I worked at the bread factory, that was the rule.
Yeah, I believe everybody gets the 15-minute breaks or whatever they are now. Don't quote me on that. I don't work in the HR department. So if anyone from LMG is watching, talk to HR before you start randomly taking
I haven't looked into
breaks.
it in years. The 15-minute breaks last time I heard were like approval basis. And yeah, I know way back in the day, it's very likely changed by now. But when I used to work at the bread factory, I remember complaining to management because I couldn't take 15-minute breaks because I didn't smoke. And I was like, this seems very backwards. I don't even necessarily like care about taking the break. That's fine. But like the fact that there is a benefit if you are a smoker is crazy to me.
So anyway, the question that sort of prompted me to talk about just noticing this difference was, should vices like vapes, cannabis, alcohol, gambling, etc., should they be allowed to advertise at all? I mean, I'll say this much. I liked watching sports more before every flipping stupid ad was just...
And the commentators talking about it sometimes and stuff. I agree. But at the same time, more people watch sports now and are maybe more engaged. So if you're the company, if you're the NFL, you might want
or
it.
Quite famously, the NBA has talked about it extensively. The viewers are more engaged and they spend more. But then if you're going to make an ends justify the means argument, shouldn't the ends be something other than more money? Like, should there be a more positive, like societally positive end if you're going to ends justify the means on this?
The company will never take that route. They're multi-billion dollar, whatever, MBAs all over the place company. They're...
Yeah, but our question is, should they be allowed?
Yeah, so we're talking on a government stance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's weird because you get into like free speech stuff and whatnot.
Sure, yeah, and just like freedom of, being an adult with, agency. I mean, I think that's something that, I've thought about a lot ever since my sister's passing, right? Like, is at the end of the day, I don't like the decision that she made, but if somebody chooses to harm their body, whether it's harming it just a little bit or whether it's harming it an awful lot, like...
But then there's like,
what can you do about
where
it?
does the argument end, right? Because like, do you ban snowboarding?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point.
Do you ban almost every sport?
It's a great point because, I mean, you could even make, and I'd say it's a pretty bad faith argument, but there would be some logical basis to it. Like, you could make an argument that sports done excessively can be extremely harmful, that sports done excessively can cause a similar sort of chemical release in your body that makes you want to do more and more and more of it, and that you can become obsessive. I mean, anything in unhealthy quantities.
There are some people like that. Yeah.
Is really bad for
There's
you.
people that get addicted to working out, and
Yeah.
that can show up in bad ways.
100%.
Yeah.
But what are you
like,
supposed to do? Ban
if we're-
advertising doing sports? Should gyms not be able to advertise?
If we're talking about the weight on the medical system as well.
Yeah.
Like, my family knew how to effectively sneak into the emergency wing of the local hospital because we were in there so often that it was just like annoying to have to talk to the people and be like, yeah, we know someone in here, we should be able to visit them. Because we did every single sport possibly imaginable. So like, little problems here and there were pretty normal.
Just get one of those stamp card things.
Yeah, certain amount of visits.
Oh, another leg there, bud.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but then the flip side of it is where should be the line then? Should I have to flip on YouTube and see a commercial for fentanyl, right? For Fent pills.
I have generally enjoyed that I like that it's strange watching TV in the States because we don't have the amount of like
Prescription
lawyer
drugs.
and pharmaceutical ads that they have down there. I like that we don't have those. I watch their TV and go, wow, I'm happy I don't have these ads. Not that I exactly watch TV up here either, but you know what I mean. More House Hippo, less Xanax from Dan. I agree. Yeah, the House Hippo was based.
Birdian says, I've never seen an ad for Fent pills. No, I know. It's a hypothetical.
An exaggeration, yeah.
It's just
A wee bit.
it's demonstrating that at some point, I think fundamentally, when you really get into it, even the most anti-regulation person eventually goes, oh, well, we should probably regulate that.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that where you end up in a very difficult conversation sometimes
Where's the line?
is that everyone has the line at a different point. Like, I think the vast majority of people would probably agree that, that like methamphetamine probably shouldn't be just, advertised during a sports ball game. You shouldn't have athletes wearing methforyou.com emblems on their helmets.
I'm able to keep playing through the pain because...
Right? We could probably all agree that that's not good. We probably shouldn't do that. But then, you end up over on the flip side where it's just...
I just thought of it totally, yeah. I don't even want to say it. Should I say it?
Who cares?
Germans like long hikes. Do you want to keep going on long hikes? That's a reference. Do you want to be able to keep hiking through the night?
Okay, so anyway, wow. So maybe what we could do is a new topic. Why don't we do that? Luke, you want to pick one?
Nintendo may
Holiday
have lost
to
a key. Oh no. Nintendo may have lost a key
It's not
Pokemon.
funny when you are the next Poland.
Ah, yes. Nintendo may have lost a key Pokemon capture patent filing in Japan. We have a bunch of different sources for this. Games Fray, Creative Block, PC Gamer. Games Fray reported the JPO, or the Japan Patent Office, has issued an office action, an initial decision against a Nintendo patent filing related to its action against Palworld developer Pocket Pair. That's funny. Of course, their company name is even similar. Following a third-party submission of prior art. Nintendo filing, 2024-031879, is part of a chain of patents related to the capture mechanic. The capture mechanic described as a player character throwing a ball at a character in virtual space, capturing the character and setting it in the player character's possession.
Okay, so throwing a Pokeball.
Basically.
Yeah.
All right. PC Gamer described the subject of this particular patent as combining third-person aiming with two modes to throw items that either affect the target character, like stunning it or capturing it, or initiate combat against the target character by releasing a creature to battle it, which happens in the newer Pokemon games.
So Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Cool.
The rejected patent isn't directly related to the case, but is both the child and parent of patents that are. Referenced prior art games include Ark, Monster Hunter 4, Pocket Pair's Craftopia, and Pokemon Go. Okay. The JPO said Nintendo's process lacked an inventive step. Onlookers have complained about the stagnant Pokemon series since this lawsuit began. And just to be very clear, for many, many, many years before that.
I mean, basically since... Trying to think.
The first one.
No, N64 had that Coliseum battler.
Yeah.
So that was
Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, that was a little different. Thank you, Coliseum.
But that's not a mainline game.
I'm just saying, neither would have Palworld. That wouldn't have necessarily been a mainline game. So
That's fair.
I'm just trying to say
that is for sure fair.
They did the online version of the card game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw them a.
No, yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to throw them a bone.
That's
Because, like, the mainline games, you always hear the same thing. Like, every time I talk to someone about Pokemon games, like Glenn, for instance, we were just on that trip to Japan together. Oh, I was also in Japan. We were on that trip to Japan together, and he was playing whatever the latest Pokemon was, and I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't played one since Blue. And he's like, sitting there playing a Pokemon game. Like, yeah, you haven't missed much.
Yep.
And that seems to be the general consensus. But I'm trying to throw a bone.
No, so you're right. I don't know if the online version of the card game counts.
I don't know if
opinion.
it counts either.
But there are a lot of others. Pokemon Snap.
No, there was the Detective Pikachu movie. That was something. Wasn't a game.
Yeah.
It was good. Ryan Reynolds. You love to see it.
Can movie patents apply to?
No. I don't mean from like a patenting standpoint. I just mean like, you know, they haven't, because it sounded like you were about to get into just like stagnant Pokemon series in general, just how utterly stagnant it's been. But,
Well, it is.
Yeah. But,
It for sure has been.
yeah, I mean, Ryan Reynolds. Canadian treasure.
He's been doing mean things for a bit.
Has he?
Hasn't he?
No.
I thought him and his wife were going after some dude and crazy legal fight and something. Am I thinking of the wrong guy?
I mean, I know that Blake Lively has been involved in a lawsuit. Okay,
I don't know. I don't care, dude. There's so many. Not only is there just so many controversies every day that it's just exhausting to even consider keeping up with. But that's one that's like not even in our realm. That's movie stuff. So like, I don't know. I've only heard of this one because someone that I know was talking about it. And I even then it was a lot to care enough to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyways. Earlier this year, Nintendo sought to modify another patent related to creature riding mid-litigation, suggesting difficulty in proceedings. GamesFray said litigants, whatever, don't change a patent in the middle of an infringement case unless they feel the patent is at a fairly high risk of being deemed invalid in its original form, which does kind of make sense. Discussion question is, if Nintendo ultimately loses this lawsuit, how does that bode for its litigious attitude? Will it encourage more fighting back? A significant amount, maybe? Oh my. I don't think Nintendo will start backing down. It might be that if they lose this, other companies see them as less scary, therefore will fight more. But I don't feel like this will slow Nintendo down at all. If anything, they're just going to try to be more buttoned up about things so that they are less counterable. That's all I would expect would happen.
In summary, Blake Lively accuses director Justin Baldoni of toxicity on set. Justin Baldoni counter accuses Blake Lively of being toxic on set.
Cool.
Ryan Reynolds is in Blake Lively's corner because she
Obviously.
is his wife, and they have both taken reputational hits over this whole drama. You're welcome. That is Celeb Linked.
My life is worse for having known that.
Is it really?
Yes.
Worse.
Not very measurably.
Okay.
But it is.
I was going to say, well, okay, no, I got to push back on that because by the time we talk again next week on WAN Show, you will not know it anymore.
But there's some other potentially better information that could have been put in my head that I would have also forgot by next week. Dude, people ask me like hours after WAN Show about something I said on WAN Show, and I'll be like, did I? Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, man.
I was so ready. I'm so ready for this one.
You sensed it.
All right. What else I sensed is that it's time for us to talk about merge messages.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, you must be new here. Welcome. Merge messages are our way of having you guys interact with the show rather than having you donate to people who, frankly, probably statistically speaking, don't need it as much as you do, or just throw money at your screen in hopes that something good might happen. If you want to interact with the show, hey, why don't you send a merch message? All you got to do is go to LTTStore.com and add something to your cart. Once you add it to your cart, you will be prompted to leave a merge message. It will go to producer Dan, producer Anon,
Don't dox me.
who will redirect it to wherever it needs to go, or will reply to it himself, or will just throw it up on screen with a little "Hi, Mom" or whatever. Or he might, if you are really lucky, curate it, and Luke and I will respond to your merch message. That box is only there when we're live, by the way. Before you guys go and send a merch message for today, why don't we have a look at some of the things that are on the store? That's right. Keeping with our Halloween spooky theme, we are bringing some of our most iconic shirt designs back from the dead. Do you need to do like a full refresh or something? Mm-hmm. Do you? lmg.gg/greatest hits. He's got it. We're calling it the Greatest Hits Collection. 5 of our best-selling t-shirts from the last few years, reimagined in both... Artie to update this text to let us know when it's good to go.
He didn't see the giant text.
In fairness to me, it wasn't that red or yellow, and it wasn't that prominently placed.
It wasn't that red or yellow? What do you mean?
I am being
It was
verbally...
exactly that amount
I'm
of
being
red and
verbally
yellow.
ironic.
Oh, I see.
To be fair, it is technically an advertisement, and he didn't see it.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair. I'll give him that.
Okay, we are going to have to do this later.
We can
Ignore that.
We can still do the merch message.
Sure. Let's do a couple merch messages. Dan, hit me.
I got one for you here. Hey, LLD, as an aviation systems technician in the Canadian Armed Forces and a helicopter pilot,
You're wrong about jet fuel. Am I right?
Yeah. You're right. New autonomous helicopters kind of make me worry about the future of the industry. Would you ever ride in an AI helicopter? And has new tech ever ruined a passion?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, all of them.
I think a lot of,
Everyone.
I think a lot of ice block enthusiasts probably were pretty peeved about the invention of the refrigerator. Yeah. People who like
We used to have
carving the
to
ice
work
blocks.
There was
for our cold
careers,
fruit.
But he said a passion. Do you think there was ice block?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Some people get pretty passionate about
Maybe. It could be.
their business.
Some guy that just feels like he really had a good technique.
Yeah.
Really good at cutting them out.
Yeah.
Like this was his thing.
Okay, I think a better example might be horses in the automobile then. Because people were very passionate about their horses, which I totally get. Horses
How about tech shops?
are incredible. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's a career and a passion. A lot of people get into running a mom and pop tech shop because they, want to fix people's computers.
I had, when I was like 14, that seemed like a very possible vision for my future.
Yep, not so much.
Yeah, no.
Pretty tough business.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. What topic were we on again? Oh yeah, that's right. It was a merch message. I was going to get somewhere with this. Hold on, where'd it go? Yeah. Would you ever ride an AI helicopter? It seems to me that in terms of like handling the inputs and outputs, so by inputs I would mean things like wind direction and things like readings off of an altimeter. I don't even know if you need AI to make a helicopter somewhat autonomous necessarily. Like you could do it algorithmically without necessarily AI. I mean, a lot of the AI in an autonomous car, for instance, is more about the recognition of the route and obstacles. I mean, you'd certainly need AI for any kind of like vision component of it. So for like landing or obstacle avoidance or whatever else, would I ride in an AI helicopter? Good Lord. Man, knowing how sketchy helicopters are in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, have you been in one? I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
A few times.
were you sketched?
No.
Really? I was a little sketched.
Yeah.
Like, the pilot was great. Totally, I trusted the pilot. He's my brother-in-law, so certainly no interest in seeing me plummet to the ground with him in the helicopter.
Unless
Unless what?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, should be fine.
All right.
Yeah. Stop, Alec. So that was fine.
I understand the Jesus nut thing.
Yeah, and the whole thing, it just felt like crap. You know, like it felt really cheap.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is like a, multi however many thousands and thousands of dollars machine, and it feels cheaper than like my parents' Geo Metro when I was a kid.
It's a light box strapped to insane death spinny things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's kind of sick.
Carrying around a bunch of fuel,
Yeah,
pretty terrifying. But if you're talking like worrying about the future of the industry from like a piloting stance, like are we gonna lose the skill to pilot aircraft because we're just gonna like rely on them just operating autonomously?
I mean, yeah, that's happened for lots of things.
Yeah, I think that's a very real concern. I don't see them going away forever. Just like people still ride horses and are still very enthusiastic about riding horses, I think people will still fly aircraft. But will it be a disruptor in the industry? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
This does seem like a perfect segue into something that we were not right about last week. So we got some clarifications on Jet A fuel. Apparently, I mean, we kind of talked about this last week. It's very similar to kerosene and what else is it similar to?
I think the biggest thing that I read that we didn't figure out before the end of the show is that the gas turbines were like
a thing,
actually a thing and like pretty efficient.
Yeah, so this was posted by Low Boom from the ECC squad, I think. But it's not as crazy as it seems on the face. They're doing a lot more than just strapping a jet engine to a stand.
Yeah.
This is the turbojet core of the turbofan engine, so there's no fan, and they're not running it on Jet A. So you can actually modify it to run on natural gas and hydrogen. So no, not as efficient as a purpose-designed natural gas turbine like a power station would use, but still
quite efficient.
Yeah, quite efficient, quite cheap to operate. And apparently there's a lot of these things just like kicking around because they've been retired from aviation use. So this was something that Nene Exists adds. They've been retired from aviation use. So I don't know, you might as well do something with them.
This gives them a productive use.
Yep. So
Like
it does still seem a little ridiculous to me, where we get the majority of our energy from falling water, to be just like, spinning a...
Did you hear about the BC Hydro ban on
crypto?
Yeah.
I did.
Crazy.
To be clear, it was only making permanent what was already a moratorium from a couple of years ago. But
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, crypto mining is effectively banned. At least I think new startup operations are banned in the province now in order to conserve our energy capacity.
So it's not closing down current business.
I don't think so. Don't quote me on that, though. I would also be very surprised if any current business were able to expand significantly. And it doesn't stop any crypto mining in the province. I don't think it does anything about that one where they bought their own hydro dam or whatever it was. So it would only be...
That makes sense. It's just, you can't get it from BC Hydro directly.
If you're on the grid. So, cool. I mean, honestly, it seems like something that more places might have done earlier than they did. Like, China banned it ages ago, if I recall correctly.
I don't know. I could see because basically everywhere, at least a little bit of power is subsidized. It would be kind of interesting to do okay, maybe you don't have to buy your own dam or your own power plant of whatever sort, but you could get flagged as non-subsidized power.
Birdie Num Num says, seemed like a cop-out for not increasing infrastructure.
This is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because if you get non-subsidized power, then you're just contributing to potentially building more infrastructure, potentially. So that seems fine to me. But that's a little bit difficult to police, maybe. And
also, I mean, part of the rationale was that they want the power going to They want the power going to projects that generate
want it
economic
going to-
prosperity for the province of British Columbia.
And doom scrolling.
So real mining was one of the ones that they specifically brought up, not crypto mining. So it's not that we don't have power, it's that we don't want to use it for mining Bitcoins that realistically all of the economic value of which are going to go out. Rather than contributing to new projects and building our economy. So I get it. I get it. Actually, I don't really see a problem with it personally. What else do we want to talk about? We got a lot this week.
We do have a lot this week. We're on 2 more topics.
Oh,
Should we do another one of the big main ones?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about AI-powered astroturfing?
Oh, yeah, that one. Sure, let's do it.
All right. Doublespeed AI, a startup bulk content creation service. By the way, headache warning. By the time I'm finished talking, you will have at least the beginnings of a migraine. So stay tuned. Doublespeed AI, a startup bulk content creation service, has received a $1 million investment from A16Z, aka Andreessen Horowitz, the venture capital firm founded by Mark Anderson and Ben Horowitz in 2009. The startup operates a phone farm that lets its customers orchestrate actions on thousands of social accounts through both bulk content creation and deployment through instrumented human action. That seems to be a wordy way of saying that the company's phone bots mimic human interactions on physical devices in order to trick the increasingly AI-powered content moderation that is employed by social platforms. Which seems like a wordy way to say that they use actual phones rather than virtualized hardware, connected to cellular networks rather than connected to a data center, and then they use, a robot finger essentially to operate the phone in such a way that it is indistinguishable from a human operating the phone to get past any kind of spam prevention that would be put in place by the platforms, which is a wordy way of saying they buy phone, robot arm, touch, seem like human.
Might not even really be ARM.
It might, it might not. The
Could
point,
just be a pokey thing that goes, eh.
Yeah, the point is just that by operating the device, kind of like aimbots or cheating mechanisms that rather than being software are hardware. So where you actually, have your mouse on an XY, robot of some sort that moves it. That would be impossible for any kind of anti-cheat to detect if you had like a separate computer monitoring the video feed and using machine vision to look for opponents, for instance. So this is basically the phone bot farm spam content version of that kind of aimbot, if that makes sense. Clients will pay between $1,500 and $7,500 a month to use the phone farm, which can even DM users based on their public comments, saying things like...
One quick sec. Do you know that it's robot?
No.
Oh.
It probably isn't.
Why
So-
do you say all that?
Oh, because basically the idea is that by using a physical device and some means of inputting as closely as how a human would do it as possible, it will be impossible to track.
Oh, yeah, but I don't...
I suspect, I should have clarified this. In the longer term, they may go that far as to physically interact with the screens. For now, they probably don't have to, especially if they're using Android.
So this was shared in Floatplane chat and is my understanding of how these places usually tend to look.
There you
go. Just a bunch of phones. Some of them don't even have screens.
Pretty wild,
cares? And it is what it is.
Yep.
Just tons and tons and tons and tons of phones.
Phones for days.
That's where your fake internet comes from.
Yep. Dead internet theory, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I should have clarified that it's not necessary today, but what I suspect is that over time their spam prevention will get more sophisticated, and they'll start to implement, patterns of tracking your behavior, where if all of your inputs are, too precise, or if they're not inconsistent enough, they might be able to detect the patterns in this kind of software managed screenless device. I don't know that for sure.
There might be other ways to detect it. Are You a Robot boxes have been effectively fake for a very long time.
10 years now?
Yeah, like those don't matter at all. But there might be other ways, like rooted into the operating system or something. I don't know. But in those cases, you can almost certainly just get around it pretty easily, to be honest. I don't know.
So yeah, clients pay between $1,500 and $7,500 a month to use the phone farm, which can even DM users based on their public comments saying things like, sorry to hear you're experiencing X. You should try Y. Apparently it works. Doublespeed co-founder Zuhair Lakhani, claimed on Twitter that out of 130 DMs that were sent in one campaign, 15 pointed to a conversion. Of course, he is a Doublespeed co-founder, so he would say that it's really, really great.
Yeah.
He went on to post a vision for the future of social agents, asking, why doesn't Simba from The Lion King have an Instagram account where he posts, engages in comments, and gets added to group chats? The code, because it's all fake.
Simba's gonna convince someone to unalive themselves. That's why.
The code running the service is also at least partially AI generated, with Lakhani writing, Cloud Code is truly our third co-founder. It's worth noting that pretty much all of this is already against the terms of service on multiple top social media platforms. Meta, for instance, prohibits posting, sharing, or engaging content at high frequencies, and specifically disallows selling, buying, or exchanging for engagements such as likes, shares, views, follows, clicks, use of specific hashtags, etc. It's been increasingly unclear, though, if any of these platforms are actually interested in enforcing any of these policies. So yeah. Thoughts?
Cool. It feels like in a lot of ways to me that some of these efforts, I have. This is probably tinfoil hat, just to be very clear. I'm prepping everyone. This is probably tinfoil hat. But it feels like to me some of these efforts are pointed in order to make the free and open internet bad.
Oh, wow. We are getting into tinfoil hat territory.
I'm telling you, I am fully accepting that this is tinfoil hat stuff. But there's just been so much stuff lately that is directly targeted at severely worsening the experience of free and open platforms.
You are assuming that our lizard overlords have the self-awareness to know that they are making it bad. I think you're giving them an awful lot of credit that has not been earned.
Maybe.
Do you think Elon Musk, for instance, thinks that he has made Twitter worse or better?
I do wonder. There's no way he wouldn't say better, but I do wonder, because there's like undoubtedly more bots on it now than there was before.
Do you think that he thinks Grokpedia is better than Wikipedia or worse?
He might think it's better. He might actually think that's better.
Do you think that Zuckerberg thinks that Facebook is better?
Zuckerberg probably does not think Facebook is better, but is very happy about looting everyone.
Okay.
Very heavily. I feel like Zuck is a little bit more aware.
Does that make it better or worse?
Maybe worse. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
See, Billie Eilish called him out?
No.
Oh, it was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, she like donated a bunch of money and was like, yeah, billionaires suck, basically. And if you're a billionaire, you should be asking yourself, why am I a billionaire? And he was in the audience.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
She donated a bunch of money to what?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter. The point is, Zuckerberg didn't clap.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Cool.
Yeah. Sure, pawn crackers, it might have been a publicity stunt. I don't even care. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's not about who won.
Publicity stunt?
It's about who lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's maybe okay.
Yeah. I don't even listen to her music. I don't mind it if it's on. It's like background music for me. Like, I'm not super into Billie Eilish or anything. But like, yeah, I can still think someone's pretty cool for pulling a move like that. Like that, come on, that's a power move. That's like, oh man, who was it that that hosted, was it the Oscars? And they basically like roasted everyone, like roasted Leonardo for being there with someone 20 years younger than him, like roasted all
Also
these
a few
guys.
years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, who was that? Someone, Ricky Gervais. Ah, he's so good.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's awesome. What are we supposed to be doing right now?
Another topic.
Sure, let's do
You
it.
want to do house robots?
Sure, let's do house robots.
Neo, of course it's called Neo, a
'Cause
home
it's the
robot,
one.
yeah, from 1X, meant to do boring and mundane tasks around the house for you, is almost here.
I'm gonna bring up the product page.
Cool.
Wow, Grandpa loves him.
Why are they hugging? That's weird.
Well, only one of them is hugging. Neo can't hug yet.
Oh boy.
Give him time.
Give it a list of chores to complete each day, like emptying the dishwasher or vacuuming the rugs. It's $20,000 and requires a $200 deposit. This gets ownership with a 3-year
Are they
warranty.
playing War? They couldn't have them play a real card game? They're playing War. Why?
Instead of cleaning your house, you can do
You can play a
the
game
worst card game.
with with an outcome that is predetermined. Oh, that's painful. Oh my God.
Alternatively, it's a $500 a month subscription service option, which only comes with the starter productivity package. Wait, you don't have to pay the subscription if you buy it? I thought it was both.
I think it's one or the other.
Interesting. It is apparently lightweight. No idea what that means. It is apparently quiet, soft, and gentle. No idea what any of those mean. It comes in black, white, or blue colors, and it launches in 2026. The Wall Street Journal tried it early. Everything took a long time. Loading 3 items into a dishwasher took 5 minutes. Grabbing a bottle of water from the fridge 10 feet away took 10 inches away.
No,
10 feet away took 60. That's not that bad. Took 67 seconds. Everything was done through teleoperation because the 2026 launch comes with caveats. The AI isn't done learning. And under the grows with you section, it states that this is early access. Initial buyers are essentially beta testers, which is true for almost everything. Any task it can't do on its own, someone will teleoperate for you.
there is no way.
Amazing. This has to be scheduled. The person connects to the device and uses the eye cameras to see. These teleoperation tasks are used to train the robots further. And then in quotes it says, if we don't have your data, we can't make the product better. That's not true. But anyways, these are not the only humanoid robots coming. During IFA 2025, Nura highlighted the 4NE1 and MIPA robots. These focus on tasks that are dirty, dull, or dangerous, and they think that they still need a couple more years to go mainstream. Is this the one that was held up by cables?
Hold on,
It sure was.
Hold on, I'm not done with Neo yet. So basically, they're just saying up front what everyone else has had to admit after the fact.
Oh yeah, it's the whatever Turk,
Remember when the Amazon
Mechanical Turk from Amazon.
Yeah.
It's just that. It's almost certainly just that. I'm not even kidding. Like API'd.
Wasn't Amazon Amazon's Go store? It turns out actually,
Just Mechanical Turk.
yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to Builder? Yeah, AI equals. Oh man, this is brutal.
We've had Azure go down. We've had AWS go down. What would it mean if Mechanical Turk went down?
Yeah. Amazon's AI store seemed too magical, and they were. The 1,000 contractors in India working on the company's Just Walk Out technology offer a stark reminder that AI isn't always what it seems.
It might just be cheap labor.
And this was not that long ago. This was when AI had made a lot of the progress that it's made over the last couple of years. At $500, what was it? $500 a month?
$500 a month. Yep.
$500 a month. Could
If
they?
it did everything that it said, it would be cheaper than some services that offer the same.
Okay,
I'm
so
guessing, because if you tried to get like a maid,
so is this the solution to kicking out all the illegal immigrants?
maybe. Because if you tried to get a maid that cleaned up your stuff every day, There's no way it costs less than or equal to $500 a month.
But if it took them less than a minute to go get a cup of water, maybe they could only be there a couple days a week instead of there every day.
No, but if it's a constant cleanliness thing, which this robot could theoretically offer, then they'd have to be there every day.
I see.
If you want to be able to eat your food and drink your drinks anywhere in the house and have it not be dirty the next day, every day.
Every day.
They have to be there every day.
There's no way this thing can wash dishes, though. Oh, I guess it could put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But like, oh man. Can you imagine having to be the teleoperator for this thing? Trying to like you saw the hands, right? What if it drops the fork? Do you think it can pick the fork back up?
There goes 2 minutes or however long.
Yeah.
Or it can't, one of the two.
I'd be operating this thing. I'd be like, F this.
I
bleeped it so they couldn't tell I said fork.
That was rough.
Yeah, I'd say forget it.
Anyways, imagine needing to hire a maid to clean up after your cleaning robot. Fantastic.
I mean, oh man. Discussion question is, are we getting one? I mean, dude, it's a Kickstarter right now, right? Like it's
I don't know.
Or it's like it's basically it's a pre-order, isn't it? In it. Fully refundable. US deliveries start 2026. There's no way that any reasonable anything is going to be delivered soon. It looks so weird. Like unsettling.
I think it's supposed to.
Think so?
I think this whole thing's an attention grab.
I like the blue one. It's not even trying to be a human color, you know?
Okay.
Well, what? I like my robots to look like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
Got kind of a Tin Man vibe to him, didn't he?
Sure.
What do you think the battery life's like?
Yeah, but then it could just go dock itself. If a humanoid robot docks itself, is that weird?
Hold on, I want to check something. Their website keeps screwing up and...
Thanks, Dan.
Nice. Is this footage sped up?
Probably.
Hold on, I can't tell. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh,
well, it's probably just pre-scripted.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to watch him and see if it's sped up. What's he doing? Get the door. Except, well, why did he know that she was at the door well before she was at the door?
Pre-scripted.
Okay, so hold on. So it's walking. Here's my problem with that clip. There's no way that somebody that lazy is in that good shape. I don't know, man. Like
My suspension of disbelief.
I
don't like it.
Kind of has a front butt, hey?
They could have given it like a kangaroo pouch to hold stuff.
Cool.
Okay. Hold on. If it was good, if it actually did what they're selling here, like if it could vacuum your house for you and put away dishes, like literally like put them in the dishwasher and put them away in your cabinets for 20 grand, no subscription, would you consider buying it? And I'm going to throw this at you right away before you even start thinking. Not necessarily for yourself. Ah, see, I got him! He had his walls up. He had his armor locked in. He was ready to fight back on this. Even me having the audacity to suggest that he would buy anything at all. And then I was like, but what if your parents were aging? which they are, just like mine. We're getting to that
Just
age
like
now.
us.
Well, I don't want to talk about that yet.
We're all aging.
So would you consider, if it could actually do that, 20 grand, would you consider that if it actually did all of this, if it could meaningfully improve the lives of people who are legitimately now mobility challenged, for
I'd want to
instance?
see things like failure rate. I know it says it comes with a 3-year
Sure.
warranty, but still I'd want to see things like failure rate. I'd want to see safety stuff. How heavy is it? If it trips over something
It's a great question.
and bashes into somebody,
That's a great question.
how bad is that? I'd want to figure out things like that, not from the company. I'd want to see that from people's usage of it. But I could see there being a state, not right now, but I could see there being a state where that does potentially make sense, especially if it had some ability to do forms of care.
Yeah. I mean, Hathos says that's a roundabout way of telling your parents you don't love them. And it's like, well, no, you can't be there 100% of the time because you're an adult and you have a life. Like, I have children.
There's
I
also,
can't be taking care of the generation before me and the generation under me at the same time. It just doesn't really...
what happens when you're at work.
Yeah, I can't be there all the time.
There's also effectively... Dan. There's also
I
effectively...
mean, that's a terrible argument. Oh, you don't love your parents? Well, here's $20,000 of robot.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. No, good point. I read that totally the wrong way.
I probably did not explain. Yeah.
So, you're at work, you're doing whatever else, you're having your own life. If this could significantly improve their lives in a variety of ways, then that's something to consider. There's also damn near infinite stories of elderly people not being exactly treated great at homes or whatever other situations they're in. I know, like, my grandpa had a really good experience where he ended up, but really bad experiences at a few places leading there. Yeah. That's definitely a possibility. If it was good, all those other things were solved, it's definitely a possibility. Not for myself, not right now, but I could also see potentially for myself if I'm having,
And by the time you have mobility issues,
they'll
this may
probably
be an option.
pretty solid. Yeah. I'm willing to say probably, I think, on that one.
Yeah, okay. I mean, me too. If it could do all of that.
Yeah, like 50 years.
You're
40
not going to
years.
need it for, I think
40 years.
less than 50, brother. Maybe less than 40, depending on how things go. I mean,
That's true. My wrist is still a huge problem, actually. Tried to do push-ups
again?
yesterday. And
not again, I mean, still.
Yeah, I thought it was fine because I haven't had problems with it. Tried to do push-ups yesterday, and just the compressive force, I thought I was fine. The second I got up and I got my hand out of that position, I was like, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea.
Do knuckle push-ups.
No, it's still compressive.
Oh, I thought it was this angle that was the problem. Oh, really? The whole thing, huh?
It's just it's the tendons all the way around. Yeah. It's getting better, but it's just a tendon repair is slow. It just is. What it
Trust me, I know.
is. Slower than muscle. A lot slower. Yeah, it's so slow.
It's been a year, dude.
Yeah. I really hope mine doesn't take a year because not being able to do basically any pushing exercises for a year would be terrible.
Yeah.
But
I could do stuff
so it
by
goes.
like 5 months, but it is still, I can feel it now, and it's been a year.
Yeah.
And it was still painful as little as like,
There's things for me right now, like if I do,
recently.
this is going to look suggestive, but if I rock back and forth like this with my left wrist.
I mean, depends how it's shaped, how suggestive that is.
Yeah. Anyways, if I rock back and forth like this, I'll do that.
Yeah.
If I rock back and forth like this, left wrist is totally fine. If I do this, it's like there.
Ooh, oh, I heard it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Every time, by the way.
Huh.
And it like cracks and grinds the whole way. Like
That's... The people are asking how it happened. We talked about it last week, but it was
repetitive
strain,
with a lot of force behind it
injury
for many hours.
Yeah, working on his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, these types of things are interesting. I think this company is trying to be unsettling with their advertisements. Like this, I think, is supposed to make you feel weird.
I doubt it. Again, I think you're assuming a level of self-awareness that I just don't think is there, Luke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's also weird to me that a use case for it is vacuuming the floor.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to spend $20,000 on a robot, you can probably buy a robot vacuum
For every room.
Yeah, like that's like the least interesting thing that it could possibly do.
Putting the room in Roomba. Just
Yeah.
have an army of them.
Yeah.
We should probably do sponsors. The show is brought to you today by Saily. When you're out roaming the world, it's important to stay in touch with your home base, and you don't want to be punished with roaming fees while calling mom or dad or your pet robot. Saily, what was that clip from?
I was literally just wondering the same, and I don't know.
What am I looking at?
When do we film you traveling? Like ever?
Never. What is that? What is that from?
I was almost gonna call AI footage, but then that is your luggage, isn't it?
No, that's got to be. Is that AI? I think it's AI.
But that's your luggage, isn't it? You taped the like.
Yeah, that is. That's my lol luggage.
Yeah.
What is this from? Dan, can we find out who provided this? Where am I? What am I loading this into? What am I holding?
What car is even that?
That's my Fold.
Is that a Model X?
That's my Fold 3.
Is that a Tesla?
There's enough small details. It's got to be real.
Yeah, there's no way it's fake. Like I'm wearing period appropriate clothing for when I was traveling with that.
Yeah, the luggage is correct, which is like insane.
Were you traveling with
the
Brandon?
luggage doesn't lose details. It's not that far.
It says Dennis video advert for Ridge. Okay. Anyway.
There's a video listed here. Airport footage from the start of this video.
Oh, okay.
I'm not typing that.
I don't remember when I... Okay, whatever. The point is, Saily helps you stay connected with easy-to-use eSIMs. Just download once on any Android or iOS device, and you're good to go in over 200 destinations. That's right. Even if you somehow get lost in another country, you're good to whip out your phone and get back on track. They even have global and regional plans, so you don't need to swap eSIMs when you go from one place to another. And if it turns out your device doesn't have eSIM support, you can reach out to their 24/7 chat and get a full refund. So don't wait, get a 15% discount on Saily's data plans with code WANSHOW at checkout, either on the app or at saily.com/WANSHOW. The show is also brought to you by Miro. One of the growing pains when starting and growing a business is getting all the moving parts aligned. Who is doing these days? That is so weird and uncanny.
What, this?
Yeah, ew.
Why is that weird and uncanny?
Look at it. Look at the way the head moves. It's like...
It's just a still picture that rotates.
Yes, I know what it is, Luke.
That's not that weird.
It looks weird.
That's like 10-year-old internet stuff.
Yeah, and it's weird and uncanny.
I think you're just offset from the previous one. This is pretty normal.
Paul Keats says, ew. There you go. Got him.
It's so lifelike. What?
But Miro can help get a team on the same
Am I
page,
wrong?
both metaphorically and literally. They're an online collaborative whiteboard that's great for brainstorming, storyboarding, or keeping track of different projects. Their built-in AI tool lets you use a simple prompt to generate in-depth text or transform images, saving you and your team time. But Miro knows a team can't rely on AI alone, and that it shouldn't replace good old-fashioned human imagination. It's there to lend a helping hand with things like organization, validating data, or product marketing. And while we can't show it on screen, our company org chart was made on Miro, so anyone can go in and see the workflow and direct reports of our various teams. And now you can also help your teams get great done with Miro. Check out Miro.com. Oh, wow, this camera really is not aligned well this week.
There's a skull in the way.
Check out Miro.com.
Who put that there?
To find out how. That's Miro.com. Here, I can move this.
Hi, Linus.
The show is also brought to you by Ubiquiti. Just last month, we finally turned the badminton club into a 250-seat LAN, esports, whatever you want to call it, gaming party. That is a lot of people to have all on a network together. Thankfully, Ubiquiti partnered with us for the event, sending over their newest Pro XG 408 PoE. This says 408, but it's a 48 port.
Yep.
So that's a typo?
Yep.
Cool. Their newest Pro XG 48 PoE and access points. They feature 10 gig speeds, are a breeze to deploy, and the dashboard rocks a super clean user experience and user interface. Whether it's for home use or at the scale of even an entire stadium, Ubiquiti has got a solution for you. So make networking easy with the help of Ubiquiti. Check them out at lmg.gg/ubiquitilan. We'll also have that linked in the video description. I also, since it's on the screen right now, I also love their security cameras. Every once in a while, I see it come up. Someone's like, man, there's no security camera systems that don't just put everything on a cloud server. There is. It's not cheap, but there is. Ubiquiti has a super clean, seamless, easy to integrate, like basically zero DIY required security system. Unify Protect is low-key, kind of awesome, and integrates with all their other products, and it's not cheap, but hey, if you don't want to be the product, you're going to have to buy the product. Been super happy with it over the years in our various sites.
Their new cloud gateways also have NAS functionality built in. You just slip in an M.2 drive, so you don't have to get like the giant NAS things that they used to have for DVR.
Contrary to what the entire rest of the networking industry is doing, Ubiquiti is moving in the direction of making fewer, license key effective products and no subscriptions. It's pretty chill, and we're pretty into it.
Yeah.
The show is also brought to you by Server.pro. Have you ever wanted to host a game server but just didn't know where to start? Good Lord, it's back again. But didn't know where to start? Server.pro is an easy-to-use hosting site that's built with your favorite games, like Minecraft, Rust, and plenty more in mind. They make it so simple that you can have your server up and running in just a minute. That is faster than cooking a pizza in an easy-bake oven. You get a full VPS environment granting you root shell access and other advanced controls, and you can customize permissions and manage who can and cannot access specific parts of your server. Should you want to mod your server, they simplify that as well with an automatic mod pack installer that supports CurseForge, Modrinth, and Feed the Beast. So make game server hosting easy and visit Server.pro for a free trial with no credit card required. Thank you, Luke. All right, what do you guys want to do next? Oh, no, we should do a topic.
I thought there was something. Oh, the Greatest Hits collection is live.
Okay, why do you guys both want to promote stuff? We should do a topic.
Okay.
You guys.
Okay.
AMD is no longer updating RX 5000 and 6000 series cards with new features and game optimizations. They will be reserved for RX 7000 series cards and newer as of Adrenalin 25.10.2. Older cards will continue to get security updates and bug fixes. One theory here is that maybe it's because the driver update package is too big. 1.6 gigs, too big to fit on 2 CD-ROMs. Meanwhile, Nvidia's driver package is under 900 megs. I still remember the first time drivers cracked 100 megs.
Yeah.
I know
people were complaining about it so much.
I was like, why does a GPU driver need to be over 100 megabytes? This is ridiculous. It's one of the biggest files I have to download. It takes forever. Just slow, ancient internet concerns. I can see why a lot of even Radeon fans are not super into this. The 5700 XT was released in mid-2019. How soon is too soon to end game optimization driver support? Personally, I'm not too fussed about it, but a big difference between me and many other gamers is that I almost never want to play a game on launch day. It doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm not kind of sitting there, waiting for the game to go on sale and super excited to play it. So not getting like a game day, game ready driver is not really the end of the world for me. But Luke, you've been a lot more involved. They will still get day zero game support.
Yeah, this is from 8 hours ago. This topic might be not good. Maintenance mode might be a little bit more than just maintenance. This was posted by
This sounds like them backpedaling, to be perfectly honest
Green
with
Brick
you.
and Fliplane Chat. Maybe.
Okay.
But either way.
Maintenance mode. So they're putting them in maintenance mode, but they will still get game optimizations.
New features, bug fixes, and game optimizations will continue to be delivered as required by market needs.
What does that mean?
No idea. Maintenance mode branch. Statement is likely to confuse some customers. It's unclear what market needs are. That's very true, Toms.
Okay. So basically, they pulled driver support and then they backtracked it, is what it kind of sounds like to me. It's possible that their intention all along was to continue to provide sort of day zero game updates for these cards, but why would they then say they're moving them to maintenance mode? Because that has a pretty sort of, well, unspecific, but it certainly has a connotation of...
To be fair, if someone just told me these cards are being moved to maintenance mode, I would not interpret that as there are no updates coming. I don't know that I would interpret that as, day one drivers.
I would interpret that to mean I'm never getting any new features.
I would interpret that as optimizations are going to basically not exist, but we will make sure it's compatible with things.
Yeah.
Which could be day zero drivers for new games to a certain degree.
Okay.
This seems actually plausible that it's not backpedaling. I think people might have just assumed too much for maintenance mode.
And King Billy has kicked us into our weekly feature. Can you buy an ARC B580 for MSRP?
Nice. Let's go.
Thanks, King Billy, who says, I'm switching to ARC after this GPU goes. Let's find out, shall we?
Other forms of betting are bad, but we should have people bet on this somehow.
Whatever, I don't care.
I bet, yes.
ARC B580, first party card from Intel.
Hooray!
$249. Sale ends in 7 hours. What sale? What sale? That's the MSRP, you butts. Is there something going on? Oh, you get a free 3D Mark Consumer Edition. Oh, with a protection plan.
Woohoo.
What's the sale?
Woohoo.
That'd be hilarious. Trading in something that you get a $1,600 credit for an ARC. Anywho. Man, how is this site so bad? Here's your Affirm financing.
That's what matters to them.
Here's your FOMO sale ends in 7 hours. What sale?
That's what matters to them. Well, don't you want a free 3D Vision Mark if you get protection plan?
Oh, God.
Linus?
Oh, man. Check out our game sale. Is this the sale? A sale on games? Are these good deals? I don't know. Lowest price in 30 days. Bioshock Infinite for $3 seems okay. XCOM Enemy Unknown for $2. I mean, that can't be that bad.
Those are ancient games.
Well,
though.
yeah, but they
probably got things like XCOM off of Humble Bundle. They probably just got like a whole bucket of keys. That's my assumption.
Man, ask AI Assistant. You know what? I want to know what the AI Assistant thinks. What's a good CPU to pair this with? Requires a 10th gen core processor or newer with compatible motherboard supporting resizable bar, or an AMD Ryzen 3000 series processor or newer with compatible motherboard supporting smart access memory. Okay. Hold on a second. I wasn't really okay. You know what? We're going down a rabbit hole here. I wasn't really asking for the system requirements. I wanted a specific recommendation. Okay, here we go. Tell me what CPU to buy. We're analyzing your
Remember, I think I suggested it last week or something, but you guys should do a AI part choice computer again.
Oh my God. It just gave me the same stupid answer. I don't have a preference. I want a specific product recommendation. If you don't give me one, you will lose a sale. I have no idea how this LLM is reinforced.
I like it though. I like it.
But I'm trying to incentivize
It's a
it.
good option. Escalating. Moving to Mechanical Turk.
Blue in Floatplane chat. You need at least 8-core Zen 3 to power an Intel Battlemage GPU. I don't actually need a CPU recommendation, Blue. Thank you, though.
I think you do.
I'm just trying to get the AI.
Thank you, Blue.
I'm trying to get the AI expert
Thank you for helping Mr. Linus.
to help me shop. Oh, hey, look at that. We got a couple recommendations.
So you just have to threaten it.
12600 KF, 12600 less F, and
All Intel.
all
After
Intel.
saying to buy AMD.
I didn't say to buy AMD. I said I don't have a preference.
It did.
Well,
Did it not?
no, I recommended both.
Oh.
10th gen Intel or Ryzen 3000. Those
Okay.
were just the requirements. Okay. Yeah, these are 12400F. That's a pretty solid option for a B580. Okay, if you want options with integrated graphics. Oh yeah, one of them has an iGPU, but the other two don't. Okay. You know what? Not too bad. I don't like that I had to ask 3 times, but that's still pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Not bad. Anyway, it's in stock. So yeah, if you're looking for a GPU that's a reasonable price, you can pick up any number of different B580s. They got the Steel Legend. They got the ASRock Challenger for just $10 more. You can get this Onyx Odyssey for $250.
Dude, the Onyx Lumi for MSRP, it's a cool card for MSRP.
Yeah, not bad. Cool. Anyway, good luck getting some more GPU market share, AMD. Do appreciate your attempts to keep NVIDIA honest there.
And things to not appreciate. Wait, what?
Wait, did we ever shout out Noki, timestamp guy, for making the WAN intro that we showed this week? Okay, yeah, that was pretty
I sort
spectacular.
of did. I said it was an intro from Noki before I did it.
Oh, great job.
Yeah, but we could more specifically.
And I was totally here for that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you were technically.
Yeah, shout out Noki.
Yeah. It was awesome, actually.
Nvidia is the first company to reach $5 trillion in market cap following GTC. Apple and Microsoft have reached $4 trillion. Are we in a bubble? Not financial advice?
Yeah.
I know, but remember when $1 trillion? Remember when the first company reached 1 trillion and everyone
wasn't it not that
lost
long
their
ago?
minds? Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Watch it be like 20 years ago. You know, Xbox 360 or something is. When did the Xbox 360 release? Xbox 360.
Longer ago than you'll be comfortable with.
Yeah. So tomorrow, if
Yes.
you're counting months instead of days, it will have released 20 years ago
Wow.
because it released November 2005. Released November 22nd. So realistically, we're close to a month away from that. But
Right.
if you're just counting the months,
Right, yeah.
then tomorrow, 20 years ago. Oof.
And what was your point with that other than to make us all feel old?
Just that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I think there was another point, but we'll go with it. Oh, I was just saying, it feels like not that long ago the first company hit $1 trillion, but it might, I don't know, might have been.
No, I think it was only a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah. 1 trillion market cap. Yeah, I think it was Apple. Or was it Microsoft? Can't remember. What was the first company to hit 1 trillion? Yeah, Apple. 7 years ago, Apple hit it, according to Yahoo Finance.
It's a little bit more than you might have thought.
That's true, but even then,
That is still crazy.
yeah,
To 5x that?
well, 4x for Apple specifically, but for the top company, man, I think we talked about this before, but Taryn messaged me how much of the S&P 500 is 4 companies or whatever. Yeah, why are you smug about this? You're not happy
I'm not
about
smug
it, are
about
you?
it. It's just, it's terrifying.
Well, okay, and so that's your reaction to terrifying is
Yeah.
You must be weird to go to a horror movie with.
How else do you? I don't like horror movies. I like thriller movies.
Well, I mean, you look like you like them.
I like thriller movies. When you go to Fright Night or whatever, I like chatting with the people that are supposed to scare you.
You're awful.
Hey, how's it going? Are they treating you nicely?
That's worse for everyone.
Yeah, I don't like horror stuff. Anyways.
Nvidia's $4,000 DGX Spark allegedly is capping out at just 100 watts and experiencing reboots during sustained workloads. This was raised by the one and only Mr. John Carmack.
Based.
And it only seems to be delivering about half the quoted performance, he says. And it also gets quite hot at this level. I saw a report of spontaneous rebooting on a long run. So was it derated before launch? Fascinating question. Who knows? I mean, it certainly took a while between being announced and being launched. So obviously things were not going 100% smoothly. The GB10 Grace Blackwell Superchip was available to order October 15th with 10 Cortex X925 and 10 Cortex A725 processors. It's got 128 gigs of LPDDR5X memory on a 256-bit interface with a terabyte or 4 terabytes of NVMe M.2 with self-encryption and 10 gig networking. In fairness to Nvidia, they did say the up to 1 petaflop at FP4 precision was up to...
Stop. Shush. None of that. I don't like that at all.
Framework and AMD, meanwhile, have stepped in, offering to help Mr. Carmack with an AMD Strix Halo product and support.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can get whatever he wants, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. From Framework and AMD.
Sure.
I mean, he clearly wanted to play around with the DGX Spark because it's a cool idea in theory.
Yeah, maybe it needs to be water cooled. There's some water cooled case. John was talking about it in one of the labs chats recently. There's a water cooled case for, I think it's like a Huawei phone or something. I don't know what it is, but we want to bring it in, and it'll probably just be like an article or something.
I mean, could it be an LTT?
I don't know, maybe.
The Pura 80.
This. Yeah. John was like,
cooling case.
This is really interesting, and we're gonna try to request it and get it in.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're doing it anyways. If you guys want it for a video, then heck yeah.
I was actually at Huawei last week. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I
think I only knew that you did TV stuff there.
No, not Huawei. That was Hisense.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah. So when did I do WAN show? That whole trip was a bit of a blur for me. Did I do WAN show in between Japan and China? Or was I already in China? Had I been to Hisense already?
Pretty sure you were in China.
China.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Did you do that while you were there?
No.
Oh, man.
No, I decided that would not be best. Anywho, so yeah, what had I talked to you guys about? So it was post Hisense, pre Huawei. So yeah, so on the trip we did the Kioxia Fab tour and we did the Hisense TV manufacturing facility, which I've already told you guys about. But I was there for even more on my Japan-China leg of my Japan-China tour trip. And we also revisited my final boss. I don't know if you remember this video. Building a PC cheaper in China.
I remember that video. I coordinated that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just like making you angry. So this video just about killed me because I came up with a concept for it that was supposed to be, I'm going to build a PC in China using only Chinese brands that I don't recognize. That was like the idea behind it. And I was like, how hard could that be? Because there's all these, random brands in China, right? Except you guys may or may not have noticed that in my arms is, I mean, what do we got here? Obviously, AMD, right? Other than just having Chinese characters on the packaging, is not going to have, like, especially then, there were no Chinese
Clearly
CPUs.
an Asus board.
Clearly an Asus motherboard. I ended up having an extremely stressful experience, which a not insignificant number of people interpreted as me being, like, frustrated with Scotty or something from Strange Parts.
Sorry, what?
But was actually just me being really stressed out because...
Oh, the comments that were you... Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Thode 10 gets it a month ago. No wonder he was clueless the whole time. I would have gotten lost in this market. So I had kind of a concept for a sequel that was like, the title was going to be like Facing My Final Boss Again or something like that. But we ended up coming up with a better concept that is, will I get a worse price as a foreigner? Because the way everyone does pricing there, they just like look at it and they write a price.
Yeah.
Like there's no price tags on almost anything. And we had our tour guide, Daniel, or translator, interpreter Daniel, who was a contractor we hired to facilitate the China trip a little bit, and he speaks fluent Mandarin, and so we kind of set up to have us both go in and get quoted for a system and then compare them. So I bought my system. It's funny, we did it not on purpose, but we found somewhere to shoot the intro, and I was like, this looks familiar.
Oh, no way. Are you in the same spot?
I happened to be standing in exactly the same spot. So we shoot the intro. I go in. I go shopping again. So I'll be right here. These letters are so much more faded now.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
Speaking of, time flying when you're having fun, and it's gonna be a really fun video. The first intro I shot is terrible because what happened was I got completely overwhelmed again. This place is just raw, concentrated sensory overload. Like you can't stand somewhere for longer than 2 minutes without somebody trying to sell you a watch. You can't move 5 steps without bumping into some like flashing RGB light thing or tripping over somebody or whatever. Like it's just pure chaos in there. And okay, around here, you have a severe lack of options for where to buy computer hardware. There's been a lot of consolidation. Like Fry's doesn't exist anymore. So like what in the States? You pick up a computer parts at NewEgg, Micro Center, Amazon, Best Buy.
Being not in the States, I have no idea.
All like hyper consolidated. Here we've got what? Memex Canada Computers. You can get a handful of things
NewEgg
at
Canada.
Yeah, you can get a handful of things at Best Buy.
Amazon Canada.
But again, hyper consolidated, right? Over there, opposite problem. There's 100 shops that all have the same motherboard. So which one do I buy from? Oh my God, I don't know. So it was fun. Yeah, it was really great. And then the last video we did was one that I was on the fence about because I really wasn't sure how much it would appeal to the audience. But I just thought it was cool enough that I was like, I just want to do it anyway. Huawei invited us to come see their fitness tracker R&D lab. Or more accurately, their like validation facility. So what they have is just like a playground for gym bros, essentially, with everything you can pretty much imagine in it. Like hit me with something that you'd want to see in like a fitness tracker, gym facility.
Fitness tracker gym facility.
Yeah.
Rep speed counting.
No, I mean like equipment wise, like facilities wise.
I don't know. See, the problem is I've been working on my house for months, so I haven't been in the gym in months.
Okay, the chat's taking over for you. Maxo Drive says climbing wall. Yes.
Okay.
They have
That's not that exotic.
4 climbing. Well, yeah, but that's only the first thing. So they have
2.5 pound plates. That's pretty.
they have
funny.
4 they have 4 climbing walls.
There's a good one here. Scrappy DP said neck trainer.
Neck.
You might not have
trainer.
noticed it if it was there though.
What the
Like
devil's a neck
that's one of the
trainer?
problems is a lot of the weirder stuff is usually small. So you
Sure.
probably wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see if they have a neck trainer. They had all manner of different various machines and weights though. So that's like the least interesting thing they had there. Korea Sitsuna says badminton court. Yes. So they had
That's actually surprising.
they had a basketball court that could also be set up with rollout badminton courts on it.
The basketball court is decently common.
And the basketball court, this is super cool, had a 30 camera motion capture set up around it so that you can do like wireframe motion analysis on like people who are wearing trackers and stuff. So we set it up. So I did some like badminton strokes on the court and you can see like, because they put trackers on the racket and everything as well. And it's really important to see how much you're actually moving if you want to validate like caloric burn estimates and stuff like that. And then the climbing wall is really important because they need a validated height that you are climbing in order to validate what you're, what the input data from the watch is saying and how high you're actually going.
That stuff, they should have been able to do the thing that I was mentioning, which is like rep timing. The speed of every rep that you do in succession is a very interesting stat to know.
UCR Buffalo says batting cage. No, but they did have a golf sim. So they had one of those like video or like projector golf like wall things with the ball.
Yeah.
What else did they have? Yes, swimming pool, but it was like the trippiest like
is it one of those infinite
like
pool
water
things?
treadmill things, dude? It goes as high as 1.5 meters per second, which what is that? What is that in like units? We know 1.5 meters per second in kilometers per hour. Here we go. So that's 5.4 kilometers per hour, which, obviously, an Olympian or whatever can swim a lot faster than that. But as like a normal Joe,
you smack into the wall behind you.
I found it quite challenging to keep up with the water treadmill at 1.5 meters per second. And it looked scary. Like watching the water moving that fast, because it's not long. They also have scuba equipment there.
What the? Okay, that's weird.
So you can go in the pool. Well, one of their new watches is like very scuba oriented.
Okay.
And
that's not a fitness thing though.
No, but
I don't think anyone does scuba for fitness.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's their validation lab for their wearables. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, so they built a feature for it that uses like high frequency chirps to communicate under the water.
Okay, cool.
With other wearers of the same watch. So you don't all have to have the same watch.
That'd be super annoying for the fish, but
sort of inconvenient. But
sick.
What else did they have? They had a 200-meter track that went
scuba for fitness. I think you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's not for fitness. Anywho,
sorry.
Yeah, they have a 200-meter track that goes outside the building and then back in.
That's cool. I like that.
So for running and cycling. So they have like cycling machines, but also actual, this is wild. They have a European style village. It's actually about 10 minutes away from the validation place, but they use it for validation as well because some of their tracking features require actual like GPS, like physical movement. So you can't just be in the building. So we have this amazing footage. They were building an office and they're Huawei. So because we fucking can, they themed it after like a European style village. So it's all like stone and is like walking into uncanny like Europe town.
Well, they have that like France in China or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's
with
the one.
Eiffel Tower and stuff.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's trippy. So we have footage of them on like basically like glorified golf cart that has like 12 or 14 seats on it or something like that. And our camera operator sitting in the back and me ripping around on a road bike in Europe, in China. Anywho. Yeah. What else do they have? Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff. they like shooting, archery. I didn't actually get to do those ones, but I did do a lot of stuff. One of the new watches has fall detection. So they have this wrestling dummy that they can use to like drop off the climbing wall. So they let us drop the dummy. We did. I don't know, man. We did. They were super chill about letting us basically do whatever we wanted in there.
That's sweet. Nice.
It's going to be a pretty cool video. I was like, "Can I get a ladder?" They're like, "What? Sorry, what?" I'm like, "Can I get a ladder?" And they're like, "Okay, what do you want to do with it?" I'm like, "I want to dunk." So we have a shot of me like dunking, and then it like pulls out, and you see that I'm just like standing on the ladder.
That's pretty good.
Should be good.
That.
Should be good. There was one where I dunked and then dropped down, and then the ball hit me in the head, but Bjorn missed it, so we don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't have that one.
That's okay.
Which is a bummer. Anywho, I don't know why I was talking about that, but I am back, and you can look forward to all those videos. It was pretty fun. I haven't gotten to write that much in a while. So I had Adam there for the Kioxia one, and so he helped with some of the writing for that, but I also did a lot of it. And then for the other three, it was all me all the time, and it was fun.
Is the Kioxia one going to have to go through like a bunch of brand review?
You better believe it. I mean, all except the mall were sponsored. Yeah. So like it's not feasible for us to
am excited
do this kind of thing without more dollars attached to it.
Oh no, I more mean like anytime you have a factory tour, there's so much. It's not the sponsorship dollars that I'm wondering about. It's the like there's so much like, oh hey, actually this corner of this thing can't be shown, so it needs to be blah 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 blah. Minor changes, delays for months.
Buddy, however bad you think this trip was, you are not even close. In that sense.
Yeah. No, I do.
I'm not trying to like be mean to anyone. I understand the challenges on the side of the brand, but it was very, very, very challenging. And it's always like that, you know, when you're looking at stuff that no one's ever seen before. Like the number of times at pretty much every stop that someone was like, well, we can't show that. We've never shown that before. And I'm like, brother, why am I here then? I am here to show things that you've never shown before. Yeah. That's literally why you invited me.
That'll happen every time.
Yeah,
it just
always happens.
It is what it is.
Always happens. Artie says, we're good to go now. Do you want to fire up the site?
They've been good to go, my dude.
Some of our most iconic t-shirts
are
back from the dead. We're calling it the Greatest Hits Collection. 5 of our best-selling t-shirts from the past few years have been reimagined in both new and classic colors. So if you missed out on the Privateer t-shirt, I think we got the name.
Adblock.
Did we call it Adblock t-shirt? I can't remember.
I think it was called Privateer before, but it says Adblock on it. So
no, it doesn't.
It says lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It says a pirate ship lock.
Yeah. I would never say Adblock.
Never.
I would say privateering.
Yeah.
What else we got? Yes. The Northern Lights t-shirt is back. Northern Lights V2, of course.
I was going to say it's slightly different, right?
No, I think one of them is the original, and then the other one is like a reimagined
is this
red
actually
colorway.
Exactly how it was in the original? I don't think so.
No, because it was on a green blank. But yes, the graphics
was it
are
in
the
a
same.
circle too?
So this is Northern Lights V2, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We also have the classic GPU t-shirt, again, in a couple of different colorways, and in regular and tall.
I noticed the tall on, I think, all of these, which is
you better believe it.
Really exciting.
We've got tall blanks now. We also have our CPU t-shirt, available in both shadow and black.
Wow.
Because shadows aren't black, I guess.
Wow.
And finally, the Do Not Drop t-shirt, also available in shadow.
I think this is the one I'm most excited about. I really like back graphics, and this one has a cool back graphic.
Sure does. Super cool back graphic. You can find all of these t-shirts at lmg.gg/greatest hits.
Nice.
All right, we got a couple more topics. This is just a conversation, okay? I want to talk about this. The trend towards login screens having the username on one page and the password on another.
Is it a trend towards that?
It's a trend that has
Or are you just using Apple stuff more often?
taken place over a very long period of time and is now deeply entrenched in many of the services that I use. I genuinely would like someone to explain to me why this is a better experience than having both on the same page.
I don't think anyone has done it for it to be a better experience. That's my take.
Because like ages ago, Google did it. Like, man, I'm trying to like how many, over 5 years ago at least. And it's just like, you know that everyone wants to use password managers, right? So we're just adding way more interactions because now I go to the username page and I have to interact with my password manager to autofill that. Then it goes to the password page, or most infuriatingly, it expands a little bit and adds the password field. And then I have to interact with it again. Then I have to click login. Then I have to go and open some kind of two-factor, whether it's a passkey or whether it's a Google Authenticator code or whatever else, or an email.
Which you might suck at using.
Text message.
We'll have to explore that.
Whatever. The point is I have to do something else.
Yeah.
And then I either have to revalidate my stupid thumbprint. First, when I first pick up my phone, well, not a thumbprint, I'm using an iPhone right now, but I have to...
Face
on
stuff.
Yeah, on Android, I have to pick up my phone, I have to biometrically authenticate, then I have to tell it, yes, this passkey, yes, that's me, and then I have to biometrically authenticate again. It's like, bloody hell, I just unlocked my phone. I don't want to biometrically authenticate again. I just did it. Anyway, then I often have to go back to the page, or I have to wait around for the server to go, oh, yeah, that he totally did that, and now I'm finally logged in. Why?
Nice.
What if both of the fields were just on the page and we could have slightly fewer interactions in order to log into a service?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a great answer for you. I know some of it has to do with like data security stuff. I know some of it has to do with maybe it's harder to brute force things.
Yeah, spam login attempts was one thing that I could think of.
Stuff like that is the only real reasons I've heard in the past. Slow down bots, basically just to mess with people that are not playing correctly,
Okay.
Interrupt nefarious deeds.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what Jordan and the new TechLink writer kind of said.
A bunch of people in chat are talking about SSO stuff, so determining if it's a corporate account or a regular account, determining the type of account that it is.
So then, I mean, okay, this is something that drives me absolutely
there's a better way to do that.
Crazy, because there's services that I use that, Teams for the longest time was a great example of this, where you'd have a completely separate app, also called Teams.
Oh, man.
Right?
I just...
And another really good one was actually I think Keeper had this, where you had to select a drop down, whether it was like a corporate account or a personal account. Was it Keeper? Might have been something else.
That rings a bell, but I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time.
But I'm sitting there going like, okay, can't you just tell when I enter my email which one it is, and can't you just do that for me on the back end? Why do I have to tell you what kind of account it is?
Well, I think there's different like security layers and stuff for corporate accounts.
Fine, you do it. Like, why am I doing it? Why do I have to tell you this? You know it's a corporate account the second I put in a corporate email.
Yeah, they could probably have like, if you open Teams, it gives you a login box, and you log into that thing, and then it authenticates you into and loads whatever app you need. I could see that happening.
Sure. I just mean, why make it the user's problem?
Doing all of that work to solve a problem for a relatively small amount of people.
Sydney Broke It says they are doing it. They need to hit a different flow a lot of the time. Good. Do it on your side. Like I
can understand why they don't.
Sure. Tell me then.
It's probably heavy. It's probably expensive. Might be annoying to dev. Developing things in companies like that takes a very long time. There's a lot of hoops, and it might just never be approved. Most users don't care that much. You are a bit particularly horrific when it comes to security things.
I log into a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
anything around
And on a lot of different devices.
in a lot of
in a
different
lot of different
countries.
locations, countries, VPN levels.
Yeah. I log in. I feel like I spend like a significant, like not double digits, but a significant amount of work time fighting with various logins.
Yeah.
I get prompted so bloody much to log
But then
into
you want to be
things.
the admin to everything at the same time.
What do I want to be the admin to?
You have specifically gotten very frustrated many times over the history of this company that you are not the admin of literally anything at any given time. You can't make that argument.
So the only reason that I complain is when I'm trying to do something and I don't have the access that I need.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Well, yeah, but that's even worse. That's still just a login problem. That's what I'm telling you.
What do you
It's-
mean that's just a login problem?
Not having the login is an even worse login problem than it being inconvenient to log in.
But it's inconvenient to log in a lot of cases because you want admin level to everything.
Yeah, but if I don't have it, then I don't have the login.
But you could just have like 2 accounts basically for everything. You could have an admin level account that's obfuscated and under a different keeper that is more annoying. But he won't do that.
That's because we will run into a situation where it's like a weekend or something, and randomly I need access to something, and I won't have it.
And you could log into that account. You could log into that other keeper. See, he's not going to do it. But then this means that you need to have admin level securities, and that's going to be super annoying.
It is super annoying.
It's an Ouroboros.
It blows.
Something has to break the chain.
It blows.
He was so mad before the show.
Hey, in fairness to me, you tried the flow and it didn't work.
Yeah, and then knew immediately how to fix it because I've used a browser before.
Yeah, but then it... Well, no, it's not. Okay, hold on a second.
It was that simple.
I know, but it's not that I don't know how to reinstall a browser extension. The issue is
Okay.
just that these kinds of things come up for me all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair enough.
constant. Every time I go to sign into something, it's just a pain.
Yes.
And yes, a lot of the time it's self-inflicted. Last night, when I was trying to get access to the WAN document, I had just switched over to my iPhone, and so I didn't have my Pixel, which has my stupid Microsoft passkey on it. And so, yeah, I didn't migrate one of the freaking 24 bloody stupid things that I rely on my phone for. And so I wasn't able to log into it at all because I didn't have it on me anymore. And because when I originally set up my Microsoft account, the way the flow like dark patterned me into using the Microsoft Authenticator
Yeah, that's super
instead of my
annoying.
standard one that I normally use. So my Pixel has also the one instance of the stupid Microsoft Authenticator on it. And so I couldn't get into an account. And it was just really frustrating because I switch devices a lot. I switch locations a lot, and I switch which services I need access to a lot. So I spend so much of my life.
I feel like the biggest problem is the devices a lot thing, which is
yeah.
core to your job. So
Well,
there's
yeah.
nothing you can really do about that. But that's the locations a lot thing should be annoying once per location.
You'd
If
think that.
everything's operating properly, which I understand is
But
not quite the case.
No,
but
because there's more than one location for every location. Because
Right.
when I go somewhere, I'm going to be using it at the airport. New location. I'm going to be using it on the plane. Guess what? New location. I'm going to land. Oh, look, a new location. I'm going to go to the hotel. Oh, no. Okay, I'm in China. I'm using a VPN. New fucking location. It's constant.
also you like teleported because of the VPN, probably.
Probably.
So it's like, that's sketchy. He moved really fast. What's going on there?
Drives me absolutely
Do
crazy.
hardware keys not solve some of these issues? Yeah, not really. One of the biggest problems with hardware keys is there's so many things that won't work with it.
Yeah.
That
So
it,
it's not a one-stop solution. And as soon as you have to have SMS as a two-factor for something, then it's an attack vector, you know? And as soon as you have to have this, this other app, it's an attack vector. And so at a certain point, having the hardware key is just another potential vector.
We often hear from people that will say like, oh, why aren't like all your services just SSO based? One, a lot of solutions will charge a wild increase in monthly cost per user. to allow SSO because they know a lot of enterprises are just like, no, we are only going to use SSO for everything. The other thing is that we use a ton of things, being a place that reviews consumer products. We use a ton of different logins, which don't have it as an option and probably never, ever will. So it's you can't just blanket everything has to be SSO login either. That doesn't work for us at all.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but okay, even a hardware key. That's an example of how just with my job and all the various directions that I get pulled in, even that, the reason I stopped using my Yubikey was not because I didn't like it or I thought it was, bad or whatever. The reason I stopped using it was that often people need to borrow my keys for some reason or another.
Yeah, we were, just to be clear, we were relatively early adopters of Yubikey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, super early, like
2014 or something.
Way before they had like a Type C one,
Yeah, yeah.
And so I will often, give Vance my keys to they need to do a shot that
now you can't log into things?
Uses my so what now I can't log into anything, not convenient.
Or you have to allow a bypass anyways, and then
what's the point of even having the hardware key?
This was a fun one. Is when we first adopted YubiKey, it wasn't supported by iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So then we had to build in workarounds for everybody that had an iPhone, and then it was just like,
well, why did we even bother to have a YubiKey at all?
What are we doing?
Yep, 100%. Because Apple still didn't allow third parties to access their NFC chip, and then they used Lightning instead of USB-A, which was what the YubiKeys had on them. So there was no way to interface with an iPhone. Anyway, I
seriously reconsider SSO. SSO is not an option.
Not for everything.
Yeah, we have it enabled for some stuff, and in some situations, it annoys him as well. Just to be clear, he preferred the non-SSO options, which is not. I can't even single him out here. That is true for other people at the office as well. SSO is not really a just automatic win.
Yeah, I end up in a really silly loop sometimes because this is on me, at least partially, because I need to go and fix this. But I'll go to sign into I'll go to sign into my Microsoft Teams account because I'll be logged in again or logged out again, rather the point. So I go to sign
Don't
into.
forget to check the box that doesn't work.
Thank you. The stay signed in one.
Yeah.
So I'll go to sign into Teams, and I won't know my Teams password because I keep it in my Keeper. I will go to sign into Keeper, and it will prompt me to enter my Microsoft password for single sign-on. So I will pull my phone out of my pocket, log into my Keeper on my phone, which often I will need to use my two-factor authentication in order to do. I am now 4 bloody steps into this.
Good.
I will log into my Keeper. I will get my Microsoft password. It is on a separate device, so I will have to type it onto my computer. I will log into my Microsoft to log into my Keeper to get the Microsoft password to copy it into my Teams.
Fantastic.
And the only reason I would do that rather than just look up the Teams password on my phone is because then I'm logged into Keeper on my browser anyway, so I can use it for other stuff. Because otherwise, yes, I could just pull my phone out of my pocket, check the password, and log in there.
But no, your first flow is the correct one because you're gonna have to use it again anyways, like you said.
And then the hilarious one is that I have
cool.
I have my pass key for my Microsoft account on my phone anyway. So if I have to use my pass key, then I have to biometrically authenticate my phone, click a thing, biometrically authenticate again, click another thing. Yes, it's me.
I have to give them credit. Google's login is fantastic.
It's pretty okay.
Oh, is it you? Do you have your phone? Click yes. All right.
Yeah.
See ya. It's like, oh, dang.
It's pretty okay. It's pretty okay.
Compared to basically everything out there right now, it's pretty good.
It often doesn't give me that option because it gets confused by all my devices and locations.
Ah, nice.
And it's contextual. It gives you that option when it is pretty sure.
Yeah. I do think that's cool, though.
Also, Beltrick says these are some first world problems. I mean, what they are is their work frustrations. And I think that's something that we can probably all relate to.
Anyone, yeah.
If there's anything that you have to do at work that is completely unnecessary in terms of like productivity. It doesn't create
absolutely necessary, Mr. I have to have admin to everything.
In terms of productivity, it generates nothing.
Yeah, but it is necessary for security.
Oh, I know. But it's not productive, though. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't get any work done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets zero anything accomplished. So yeah, it's frustrating. And it's a time sap. It doesn't make me more efficient. It doesn't make me happier. It doesn't make me more productive. It just is annoying.
Oh my God, just use YubiKey and put it in your wallet. I'm going crazy. That I can't explain more that just will not solve the problem. The on my keys thing was like one version of why it won't work.
And also all the services that it doesn't work for. And also just all the times that it's not convenient. Like
it can help in some ways.
Sometimes I'll be using a device like this. This happened a lot back when I was trying to use my YubiKey. Is I would be using a device that doesn't have a Type A port. It doesn't happen as often anymore, but
now
sometimes
well, it's going to start happening more and more.
Sometimes these things happen. It's
laptops are going all Type C, which there are Type C ones. I think there might be double-ended ones.
Monty
too.
Hawk says, "Dude, you're an edge case." Yes,
that's the whole point of the conversation. I'm crashing out.
Obviously, yes.
My God. Come on.
However, the fact that this happens so much that it is very frustrating for me does not mean that for someone else for whom it is not that frustrating and doesn't happen that often, it doesn't mean that it couldn't be better for them too. It doesn't mean that my edge case has no possible learning outcomes that could be applied to other things. Could login be better? Could security be better and smoother for the user? I think we can probably all agree that it could be better. Does everyone have the same level of frustration with it that I do? Absolutely not. But it could absolutely also be better. All right.
I don't think there's unless I'm looking at this picture wrong, I don't think there's a YubiKey that is A and C. There's C and Lightning. There's just A and there's just C. I don't think there's A and C, meaning that you're always going to have at least some amount of problem.
Neat. Well, we'll continue to be frustrated about it, and it'll be great. Oh, this is nice. Google has shut down Nest Gen 2s, and this is the best part, they simply refuse to allow it to be controlled locally. It is now e-waste.
Nice.
Terrific.
Emma was talking about some smart home stuff recently, and I said, sure, I will finally give up, but if I do, it has to support Home Assistant.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything that is not able to be locally controlled.
You shouldn't have to, even through like third-party integrations. I didn't find any category of device that there wasn't.
I meant individual product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the discussion over in r/Home Assistant, does it still work in Home Assistant? There's a bounty out there for it if it does, and OK Hawk says the device uses signed firmware. There's literally a key that Google has in their possession that would unlock the capabilities of the device, but Google is keeping it from device owners while simultaneously killing the devices. That's what makes this whole scenario so absurd. We really do need to legislate that people own the stuff they buy. And it doesn't have to be maintained anymore by the device manufacturer. I think that, we've talked about this before. There's got to be some kind of limit for how long you have to support a game or a service or a product. Like in 100 years, I wouldn't expect Google's cloud servers to necessarily still talk to a Nest 2. All right? In 200 years, like wherever. There's got to be somewhere you've got to draw a line. But when they EOL it, they've got to allow local interaction with it. They've got to open source it. They've got to do something.
Yeah, and PK7 said it somewhere, I'm pretty sure, but I can't find it in chat now. So I think it was PK7 or someone else. No, it was. This is from the same company that actually thought to convert Stadia controllers to Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Just different teams, massive orgs, and different teams just acting differently.
So pretty frustrating. Just wanted to shine a light on that and say, hey, that's pretty uncool, Google. Very uncool.
Apparently there's Noki just posted a Reddit thread that apparently there's a team of people working to crack them open. That's obviously not a good thing. This isn't like, hooray, Google did a good thing, but looks like the community might be trying to react to it, which is cool.
Cool. Shout out CK Osimba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to look at now. They're saying that they should have it up on GitHub by Monday at the latest. So that's really exciting.
Very cool.
Let's go. Neat. All right, what else we got?
LTT Labs articles?
Yeah, speaking of cool and neat, I guess, we've got the 2 Labs articles. We've got the Apple 40-watt dynamic power adapter thing, which I thought was kind of interesting because it came by default in the Apple Vision Pro box. Mm-hmm. So as I was like unboxing that, I got all excited about the power adapter because I was like, we have an article on this, which... might be the lamest, nerdiest thing I've done in a while. But yeah, we've got that article because Lucas was basically like, all right, how does that work?
Yeah, because
what is dynamic charging?
The only power adapter that can achieve the claimed 50% battery in 20 minutes of the iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max.
So can it? What does it mean, etc.? If you scroll down to the bottom.
Dynamic.
Of course, we had to... check it out on the X-ray.
Dude, this is so
Luma
cool.
Field.
Shout out Lumafield for making it so easy for us to see the insides
I'm so
of things.
happy they've let us hold on to that.
Dude.
It's so cool.
Absolute bros.
But yeah, to just keep going with Lucas's notes here, Labs investigated whether Logi Bolt is really a Bluetooth BLE.
Oh,
we'll check that out.
We're not going to talk any more about this?
No, I'm coming back to it. Or... not, and Apple's new 40-watt dynamic power adapter. For the 40-watt dynamic power adapter, the new USB-C power adapter from Apple, which guarantees 40-watt output but will boost to 60 watts. We tested how this will actually interact while your phone is charging. iPhones charge below 40 watts anyways, and some longer-term tests to determine when it drops to 40 watts, and we're potentially going to test some stuff with it later on as well. But if you go down even further... keep going. This graph is quite interesting. So it's a little bit hard for me to read it from there. Maybe I should just bring it up myself. But you've got the output power and the input power of the actual unit.
The charger.
And then we're thinking that, so time is your X and wattage is your Y. So we're thinking that because it stays at 60 for quite a while at the beginning, and we think it's thermal. So it's getting too hot, going down to 40, cooling enough, going back up to 60, and coming back down. We think that's what's going on.
Interesting.
But don't know.
Duty cycle of roughly 66% after the initial warming up. Huh. So on average, about 50.33 watts. This goes slightly against my theory of Apple building a 60-watt charger that couldn't achieve their temperature limits. 51 watts is quite far off of 60 watts. If this is interesting to you, I suggest you check out All Things One Place, who conducts power adapter testing regularly and made a video about the 40-watt dynamic charger. Very cool. Great article. I also read the Bolt, Logi Bolt article. It was awesome.
Yeah, basically that was in a short circuit video, we said it was just a Bluetooth dongle,
which is a downer.
People got mad, so we were like, all right, well, let's dive into this. Let's reach out to Logitech. Let's get information from them. Let's kind of pull some of our testing together and look into what this thing is.
And as it turns out, from a performance standpoint, it's just Bluetooth.
From a performance standpoint, yeah. But there is a little bit more to it.
Exactly why it was a bit of a downer. But also, there is more to it, and the community was right.
Yes.
That it does have advantages over just Bluetooth.
But yeah, check out the lab site. We've been pushing a lot of articles lately, and we want to keep doing this. I think Lucas has been taking the charge on a lot of these, of like having a question of like, what is this thing? How does it work? And then just deciding that, you know what, if we had that question, probably someone else did too. Let's follow it up. Let's try to figure it out. Also, clearly, like with the Logi Bolt one, if we get called out on something, which might be fair, like it was here, we're going to try to dive into that and learn more as well. This is a knowledge base expansion for us, for our companies, and hopefully for you guys as well. So
this one's really good too. I've read this one. Why the AirPods Pro 3s are a nightmare to test. Very interesting. Yeah. Very different frequency response at different volume levels. I had some people really mad about us saying that in the short circuit. They were like, no, that's not how it works. But it does if the manufacturer tunes it to do that, which is exactly why we were saying, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, we worked with Griffin from the headphone show on that one.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, we're also trying to use this as like somewhat of a collaboration thing, so we can like work with certain external experts and stuff.
UCR Buffalo makes a really good point. TechLink should be promoting new labs articles. Like primary source articles from the labs. Like, why not? It's news. Duh. Seems kind of obvious to me.
Never really thought about that.
Yeah, I never thought of it either.
That's cool.
Like, we have a news show.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good chat.
Neat.
I want to talk about... Oh, hold on. Let's do this really quick. YouTuber CyberCPU has accused Microsoft of orchestrating YouTube's removal of some of his Windows 11 tutorials that enable users to install the OS on non-supported hardware and without an online connection for violating the platform's community guidelines. After appealing the takedowns, he received a vague answer as to why the videos had been removed from YouTube that said, "The warning strike you received was issued based on a violation of harmful or dangerous content, which prohibits content that encourages or promotes behavior that encourages dangerous or illegal activities that risk serious physical harm or death." Does bypassing TPM 2.0 really pose a serious risk of physical harm or death?
No.
Well, it could. If Microsoft is threatening to kill or harm you if you don't take them down.
Very good, very good, very good.
Our discussion question here is, why does Microsoft want to prevent people from using older computers with Windows 11? Why do they care?
I don't know. It's been a little strange to me too. Especially because it's like not that hard to bypass.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah. Why specifically are YouTube videos getting taken down? Like, it's not like you can't find these resources, so can we just...
Very easily.
Can we just not? Like,
That'd be cool.
Cool. Good chat. I want to talk about how...
I want to point out one thing really quick. I don't know. I shouted out Lucas for coming up with cool articles and pursuing them and writing them and stuff. And that has been great. Thank you, Lucas. I also want to say that this has been like a team effort from the lab. So I didn't want to just single out only Lucas. It's been cool. I've been really enjoying that. And one of our like marching order things for a bit now and continuing forward has just been, if there's an interesting question, follow it up. So I've appreciated that the whole team has embraced that.
Professionally curious is exactly what we want in a department like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more quick one here. AMD releases new Zen 2 and Zen 3 Plus CPUs as Ryzen 10 and Ryzen 100. These new Mendocini CPUs based on Zen 2 include the Athlon Silver 10, which is a dual core, the Athlon Gold 20, which is also a dual core, although at least it has SMT, the Ryzen 3 30, a quad core, and the Ryzen 5 40, also a quad core. The new Rembrandt CPUs based on Zen 3 Plus are the Ryzen 3 110, the Ryzen 5 130, the Ryzen 5 150, Ryzen 7. You can't have a Ryzen 7 based on Zen 3 Plus now. Come on, man. Ryzen 7 170, 8 cores up to 4.57 gigahertz. What are they doing? Why do they need to do this? Can they just have the old... Can we just know it's an old CPU and then just buy an old CPU. Exhausting. I'm tired of it. What I'm not tired of is driving Chinese EVs.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw this. Prime Minister Mark Carney. Canada's relationship with China is at a turning point. Control F. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. They discussed... Hold on. This is not... Oh, yeah. Okay. They discussed solutions to respective sensitivities regarding issues including agriculture and agri-food products such as canola, as well as seafood and electric vehicles, according to the readout. So I don't know if folks know this, but in lockstep with the U.S., Canada introduced 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs a number of years ago, which has made it basically impossible for Chinese EV makers to import their vehicles into Canada. There's been a couple of exceptions. VinFast tried to kind of launch here, and I think I've seen like 2 on the road, but have not had a ton of success because with a 100% tariff, it's pretty hard to ship over here. And I don't think VinFast set up manufacturing here in any capacity. VinFast manufacturing in Canada. I don't think they did. So they do not have a very, they have no manufacturing in Canada.
They're not Chinese.
Oh, are they Vietnamese?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. There you go. Okay. So sorry, VinFast.
Thanks, Max.
You guys are a very relevant brand. And I cared a lot about where you were from. I'm sorry. Anyway, what I really want to talk about today is... Oh, shoot. Do I have... Oh, I have it. I was over in China recently, and I did get a couple of opportunities to chill in a Chinese EV. And you know how Ford's CEO has gone on the record a number of times at this point, basically saying, hey, if the North American auto industry doesn't get its act together, like we're cooked, boys.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity to get their act together.
It's just holding them out with tariffs. That's effectively all it is now.
I think the cookage is basically a foregone conclusion at this point, man. I rode in the car while I was over there that is going to absolutely blow your mind when I finally find up the bloody picture of it and we get it up on screen here. Sorry. My sincere apologies. I don't know what is going on. Did I take it on the iPhone? I don't think I did. Quick, stall for time. Do a merge message or something. I'm sorry.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Let's see what I can find here. Look, this might be useful for you. Hi, DLL. What's the worst case of we don't need a pro you've seen? I was helping run Wi-Fi for a festival, 35,000 attendees with 80 Unify APs. A marketing guy suggested replacing the system with Starlinks.
What?
Nice. Worst case of we don't need a pro.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen some here.
Oh, yeah. Our entire company.
Nice.
Oh, we can do that. That's fine.
We reinvent a lot of wheels, brother.
Let's just hire a recent graduate.
Should be fine.
We'll figure it out.
Hey, we do. And it's way better for the content to figure it out as we go.
Yeah. No, I'm not a convenience store robber. I'm Duke from the season before the last season of Scrapyard Wars.
That's pretty good too, though.
It's not bad. I don't know. There's a ton of examples of that. Like here, I mean, we don't need a pro. I'm slightly copping out by saying we can just do this ourselves instead of use an external service. So a series of professionals, maybe. Yeah, I was going to say Flowplay.
Nice.
Like, we can do that. That was crazy.
That was stupid.
That was probably one of the most brutal ones we've ever done.
Yeah. I mean, we did it.
It's working. But like, my goodness.
It literally is like a multi-million-dollar a year success
multi-platform at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's working. It's just
it powers us, Sauce Plus, a lot of other creators on Floatplane. Like I don't know, man. We kind of,
yeah,
you kind of did it.
It has cool future plans.
The team's kind of amazing.
Whatnot, and we're figuring it out.
It also forced us to finally have a dev team.
Yeah, which is cool.
Who has done all kinds of other cool stuff. Like, I don't know. Sometimes
I really like working on Floatplane stuff.
Our whole I
just do. Feels like home.
I feel like we kind of fail upward a lot, You know what I mean, right? Like,
yeah.
Not in the way that normally is meant, right? Like failing upwards is when you're like incompetent and you get kind of pushed out, but into like a higher position, like kind of like a nepotism sort of connotation. But we've just managed to screw up our way to the top, but it actually worked. Like it didn't fail.
Yeah.
But it should have.
Yeah. It was just way harder than it needed to be. That was most of it.
Decision-making failure.
I had a lot of conversations with people where it would start as like, you shouldn't do this because you can't. And then it would end up being like, okay, fine, you can, but like, why?
Yeah.
And I didn't listen to that part.
Yeah.
I just listened to the you can't.
Yeah,
I was like, no, we can.
La, 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 la.
Oh well. Yeah. Did you figure your thing out?
Yeah. Dan.
Throw up?
I rode. Okay, no, wait, not yet. So I rode in a couple of cars. So one of them was part of the Huawei demo at their like flagship store, which includes everything. If I was asked to design a store to showcase everything from like wearables to TVs to automobiles, I wouldn't even know where to start, but honestly, they kind of nailed it. So they had some cars that had like partner technologies in their showroom. So we went and test drive in one, and it's got, voice activation this and assisted driving whatever that, and it's like kind of cool. But this one, the one that they used to drive us between the locations, where they were just like showing off Huawei technology integrations in vehicles, absolutely blew my mind. And I agree with Ford's CEO. We're cooked over here. We're cooked. Check this out.
First one?
Yeah. So this is me and Sherrod in the back of a whatever this is. I actually can't remember what the model name is, so that's embarrassing. We have a Starry Night sky thing above us.
Sure.
In the next to by Sherrod's elbow. Okay, so you can see all the seat adjustments in there. And then right next to that, each seat has a little like pop-out phone-like device that you can use to control the various functions in the car, including the heating, cooling of your seat, the temperature of the fridge that's between us. So there's a little like fridge that could hold maybe like a wine bottle or a couple of other drinks in between us, where that Kleenex thing is. Okay. Now, are you a little impressed?
Yeah, but it just looks like an expensive back of a car.
All right, hit him with the next one.
Wow.
So
like you could mod that in, but it's very pimp my ride.
So in between our heads is a projector, and you press a button that lowers a projector screen.
Yeah.
The windows, what's it called? Electrochromatic.
A lot of legroom. Is this a really long car?
It's meant to be. It's the kind of car you're meant to be
passenger vehicle,
chauffeured in,
or whatever those called. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of competing with like the Rolls.
The Maybach.
Exactly. And okay, sorry. What was I saying? Oh, right. So the projector screen comes down. There is a camera. You can see there's a webcam up at the top of the projector screen, so you can like take a conference call.
Surveillance, good.
Look, I mean, sure, but also, so you can take a conference call, and have all the other meeting attendees on the projector screen.
Yeah.
The windows are, I believe they are, what's it called? Electrochromic.
Yeah.
And they have like a filter that comes up. So they have like a sunshade that comes up to make it actually quite dark in the back. There's wireless charging in between in the armrest. There's two little slips where you can slip your phone into right by that piece of paper.
Nice, I see that. Yeah.
Sherrod was joking. Really, all these features and no cup holder? Retractable cup holder that's under where the charging is. So you kind of hit a button and then it pops out in between us. The seats fully recline and adjust. Oh, they have massage in addition to heat and cooling. And one of the really wild features, okay, you can go back to us, is it includes a privacy mode so that the passengers in the front can't hear you, or the front passenger and the driver can't hear you. And we were like, okay, well, that's stupid. There's no way that works. And then Sherrod pressed it, and it turns out that it doesn't just try to like ANC what you're saying, because we don't have that technology yet. What it does is it adds like an echo loop and a bunch of sort of noise. It sort of salts the data, so to speak.
While probably also doing the ANC stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually try sitting in the front, unfortunately. I didn't really get a chance, but pretty wild. Now,
was it this thing?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Noki found it. Of
hold
course.
on. Don't look too closely yet. I want you to. I want you to guess. I want you to guess what it costs.
I stopped it from being there, but it's still on my screen.
Hold on. Okay, first of all, so like what does
looks Rollsy.
Like what's a ghost cost? Okay,
400K is my guess.
Yeah, I mean
600K.
Yeah, if you don't customize anything,
you don't get the options.
Blah blah.
Which currency
blah.
are we talking?
Commission. You don't buy a ghost. You commission a ghost. So I actually don't remember how much they cost.
Yes.
Do they even have a starting price, for crying out loud? Make an inquiry. Okay, forget it. The point is probably about $500,000 by the time you actually like do anything.
Is the Ghost the expensive one?
I don't even think that's their top of the line. No, that's like their kind of their workhorse, is my understanding. I don't know their lineup extremely well. I've never bought a Rolls, sorry.
Lowest possible is like 355 from what I'm seeing, but it can go a lot higher.
Is the Phantom their starter? I actually can't remember. The peasants buying ghosts. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I think the Cullinan is higher end. That's the SUV, right? Yeah. I don't know what the Spectre is. Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. Anyway. How much do you think the Maextro costs?
80K.
Okay. Why would you guess that?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. I'm assuming I'm not correct.
No, you're not right, but
yeah.
I'm just wondering why you would guess $80,000. Like what else could you buy for $80,000?
It's like cheaper than the high-end Teslas, but more expensive than like, I don't know, other stuff.
It starts at about $100K.
Okay.
But we're still, it's an EV, so it comes with like batteries, which are a cost that, a gasoline competitor doesn't have to deal with.
Yep.
So you never have to put gas in it. It is like you're sitting on a couch, basically, in the back of it. It's crazy.
I think I told you when I was in China, I got chauffeured around one time in the back of a Maybach, and I had the same feeling. I sat in that chair and was just like, what the heck? It's weird. It feels almost uncanny. It's like, this isn't a car. What am I in right now?
So the price range is 100 to 140 for this. And look, I'll be honest with you guys. I've never even sat in a Ghost. I've never sat in a Rolls-Royce. But to my ignorant, unrefined buttock,
yes.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this thing going.
How is it realistically going to get way beyond?
Yeah,
this thing. Yeah,
like this would be the pinnacle of luxury to most.
Some of these
people.
Pictures are nuts.
Yeah, here, let's see. This is the
can't make these bigger,
Maextro or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, you can just zoom your browser, just to give it the old 2-finger. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, did I mention the starry sky in it has like different modes? It can twinkle, it can do shooting stars.
The starry sky feels like a rip, bit of a rip.
Huge screens. It's something that people do in Rolls though.
That's why I'm saying I think it's a rip.
Like
a
rip off. Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
Are those speakers in the those speakers in the chair?
Sure, why not? Like it's loaded for bear, man.
Wow. Is this like the seat in front of him is gone?
Oh no, it folds down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So you can get extremely comfy.
Is this someone's phone or is this the tablet thing you were talking about?
That's the little tablet controller thing. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty wild, dude. Oh yeah, it has the airplane table fold out thing. I forgot about that. No, on the left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you have a little table at both of the back seats.
A laptop or whatever.
Yep. Or you can eat.
Or your schwishki. Trunk.
Yep.
Trunk. What is this?
I think they're trying to show Matrix headlamps. No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's available in multiple options.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. Anyway.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's I had been, reading about, following from a distance.
So that or a Cybertruck.
Right. Like seriously though.
Yeah. I don't think that would make an insane splash. I don't think that would make as insane of a splash in the North American market that people might think. They're going to need a good truck.
Oh yeah, apparently BYD's truck is like $35,000 or something like that.
See, like that might make a bigger splash because you got to fight the F-150. There's no ignoring the F-150 and trying to enter the North American market.
Heck no.
So, yeah, and that's still going to be it's BYD. So I'm assuming that's an electric truck still.
I think it's a hybrid. Yeah, it's no good. 63
plug-in
says
hybrid.
Their Ford Ranger size pickup with a 1-cylinder allows up to 500 miles of range and is $35,000 US.
Yeah. See, that's a more interesting fight in my opinion.
Yep. Opcode says, how does it compare to your Taycan in terms of quality? It's a very different car. It's not intended to compete with a Taycan.
Floating couch.
Yeah.
That whisks you from location to location.
The Taycan is meant to be driven, whereas the Maextro is intended to be driven around in. Right, so it's totally different.
The Maestro's a Snuggie, and the Taycan's like a running shoe.
Yeah.
Terrible analogies.
In terms of like the fit and finish of it, though, I'll be honest with you, I didn't look that closely because I was too busy being impressed by the sum of the parts rather than the individual parts.
Sure.
If we were doing like a full review or something like that, that would be a different story. But nothing stood out to me as being junky. I can tell you that much for sure. Oh shoot, I have to go pretty quick because I have to take my kids.
I'm surprised you're still here.
Trick or treating. No, I'm good.
Are we done the topics?
We're done the topics.
We're done the topics.
Oh wait, we haven't done FP announcement.
Merch massages.
Our most successful float plane video ever was when LMG employees shared their first memories of meeting me. Oh wow. Yep. That's a pretty strong like-dislike ratio. So we made a sequel featuring Yvonne, Colton, and Plouffe, who owns a display, and more. Oh, and yes, there will be a video of me reacting to the sequel in November. Oh, good. I haven't done that yet, but apparently we're going to be doing that. So get some laughs and maybe a little bit of secondhand embarrassment at lmg.gg/floatplane. Excellent. All right, Dan, should we do a couple merch messages?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Hit me.
Sure. Let's see. Why does it seem like every tech tuber praises the 9070, 9070 XT on camera and FSR4, yada yada, But off camera, they're all running NVIDIA GPUs. Feels like a bit of do as I say, not as I do.
I am running a 7900 XTX. Let the record show. So I don't know.
In my opinion, when praise is happening, they're often probably talking about price performance, and then they can have whatever they want. So they take the performance and do not care about the price.
That's the answer. That's the real answer. The only reason I'm running a 7900 XTX is because I committed to skipping the 40 series. And otherwise I would have just run a 4090.
Greetings, DLL. Linus, with the Canadian Post strike, why does Creator Warehouse still ship to P.O. boxes when the LTT store site says to avoid them? I use my street address, but the merch still comes Canada Post.
Wow, what a tremendous question for Creator Warehouse customer service. I think you should send them a message and maybe they can explain that. I have no idea. I want to shout out our amazing CW team, Tony and Dave and Adam and the rest of the customer care team and Taryn and everyone who has worked really hard on resolving the challenging logistics situation that has taken place this year. We've had to deal with tariffs from our southern neighbors. We've had to deal with tariffs from our manufacturing neighbors. We've had to deal with flipping the strike from Canada Post. We've had a lot
multiple times, I think.
We've had a lot of shit on our plate this year, and our team has done an amazing job of figuring out how to get your thing to you, and shout out them. And if you want the specifics, you'll have to ask them because they're the experts.
What an answer.
Good answer.
This guy's been doing this for a little bit.
Professional.
What a guy.
This one I wasn't too sure about. Maybe you could help me parse it. Started an RE photo comp with a few family members and have hit 30 in revenue. And we are trying to learn to scale fast and trying to figure out the best route, such as pacing ourselves or just spamming the phone. Thanks.
A photo comp?
Photo competition?
Few family members.
RE, I'm not sure.
30 in rev. 30 like revenue?
I'm assuming.
Best
so maybe they're hosting a competition. Maybe you have to pay to enter the competition.
Spamming the phone?
That I don't know.
Okay, nobody else understands what they're talking
what
about
is
either.
RE photo comp?
Started a RE photo comp. Next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was struggling too.
Genuinely tried.
Hey, DLL, question for Linus. How's the new winter jacket coming along?
Real estate photo company?
Oh my God. Real estate photo.
No. Imperator in Floatplane chat said real estate.
That makes so much more sense.
Real estate photo company. They hit 30K in revenue. They something or just spamming photos on a phone. What was the other thing they were saying?
Hitting the phone. I think they were looking how to scale fast, right? They wanted to scale up and they weren't sure how to do that without just like hitting the phone, which is probably more like cold calling.
Pacing ourselves or just spamming the phone?
Spamming the phone, cold calling. He's probably right. This is a...
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be all networking in that industry. Like, it's all old boys club, so to speak. So you definitely want to make connections, and everything else is kind of secondary.
Honestly, as someone who's looked through real estate listings, man, are most of their photos terrible.
Yep.
Learn how to do HDR better than like 90% of everybody, and you're fine. There's some actually really good...
Which is not a high bar.
There is a lot of really good YouTube tutorials, but if you've already got 30K in revenue, you're fine. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, keep it up. Congrats on growing it.
At a staging company.
Keep it up. Yeah, staging makes such a big difference.
Or do, okay, so yeah, probably, but a bunch of people are doing, people aren't going to like this, but like AI staging stuff lately that is actually very surprisingly good because you can see the photo of the room empty and the photo of the room with stuff in it. And it's cool being able to see both.
Not a bad idea. New winter jacket.
Okay, you'll have to do another one while I look that up.
Hi, WAN.dll. Are you aware of the development of 3D printed medication and the potential for multiple prescriptions to be combined into one pill? And do you have thoughts about it?
That's cool. I haven't heard of that.
How does that make any sense?
Why would you 3D print them?
Yeah.
Well, maybe because you want like different
What's
release
the
schedules
difference?
or whatever. Because like, you know, they can have different coatings and they can have different like capsules and stuff that release at different times.
But why would you want to 3D print that?
I don't know. Maybe it's more, maybe it's like helps with the complexity.
How do you ensure they're mixed properly?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying I like 3D printing.
Oh, wait, really? Someone needs to clip that. We need to clip that, Dan. We need that clip. He knows what I mean.
I'll send a couple timestamps.
Thermochromic
For
jacket is expected to hit in November. So soon, but I don't want to nail down an exact week because things happen sometimes.
Nice.
But that's when it's expected.
Hi, LLD, looking for advice. Moving to rural Australia for work in the next 25, 52 weeks. Steam Deck versus Xbox Ally versus laptop. Reviews seem to indicate Ally X is undercooked. My friends use Xbox Online.
Oh, I mean, but these are all PCs.
The Steam Deck with Xbox Online, question mark?
Crossplay.
I mean, the laptop, if you can only have one, the laptop has the most utility. If you can get one that supports I don't think this one supports it, but like a tent mode, you know, where it folds the other way and you can just put it like this, but with the screen on the outside.
That is very nice.
On a thing with a controller, that's pretty sick. Like if you can only have one, I'd want the one that has a keyboard.
I'm also personally leaning laptop, but I didn't answer right away because I don't have either of the other ones. So I'm a little bit biased here. Yeah.
And I don't know how much like a Strix Halo laptop costs. This HP one, my understanding is pretty expensive.
It is true. Like the Steam Deck is going to be by far the cheapest option. Like one of the issues with this question is you're asking an insane variety in price.
Yeah, I mean, the Steam Deck is the best bang for the buck. That's the easiest one to recommend. But as for the Xbox Ally X, whatever the stupid thing is called.
Also, do you need to do more stuff on it?
It's pretty good. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's, I think people are just frustrated because Microsoft sold it as something that it wasn't.
Yeah.
But as a small computer that's pretty decent, it's great. Yeah.
This one's less a question, but maybe more of a general question. My work has a stupid new no graphic tees policy, but text isn't banned. Please make a shirt that says shirt in giant text on it. How does that fit in with like your branding or your like, is that something that you would ever do? Or do you want to make like cool stuff? Because like shirt that says shirt in giant text is like kind of my aesthetic in a way. I love that type of stuff. Look at him pondering.
I mean, do enough of you want this? Like, is that a thing?
I figured, yeah.
Can you make ASCII images? That's just text. See, that sort of tickles my malicious compliance bone.
That's fantastic.
A lot more than the other one does.
It kind of made me think of the no-name brand like merch products that they do.
I'll tell you what, we'll do the ASCII one.
ASCII sounds
That's
like
a way
cool
better idea.
I like an ASCII art shirt. I like that idea.
Thanks, Amaria.
That sounds like a great plan.
Okay, who do I send this to? Okay, I'll
The next time we do a Linux challenge, we should both be required to make a cool little, you know, can I use the term? To rice it out in a really cool way. That is the official term. That is what people call it. I'm just saying.
Sure. we'll go with that.
And there is cool stuff that they do with ASCII art in that process, and we should do that. That should be part of it. Whatever, leave me alone. I don't know what else to call it.
Modify.
Yeah, but that doesn't encapsulate the.
That's
whatever.
true.
Whatever.
You've been waiting for a turn.
Yeah.
I have been waiting so long for this to come back. They have bought the Northern Lights t-shirt. Tall. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you for doing tall graphics.
Is this our first tall graphic?
It seems to be.
And it's like 5 of them or something? That's actually very exciting.
I need to order them immediately.
Yeah. Me too.
I've been waiting so long for this to come back. What is the oldest used hardware you'd recommend picking up right now?
Oh man, it depends on what you're trying to do. I mean,
It's so open-ended.
Yeah, I my uncle needed a laptop with a CD-ROM drive in it, and so we just grabbed some like Vista ass machine, and it will never be connected to a network, so it doesn't matter because it's for like loading data from some CD resource into some computer, and it has to like live there because it has to be used periodically and connected to that thing. And it's just like, well, that's the oldest hardware that I'd recommend for that. Like it just depends on what you're trying to do. Running a Windows XP machine today, if it was completely offline, it's totally fine.
Tons of them still work that way
In terms
workshops
of
and stuff.
What I would actually connect to the internet, I would want something that is modern enough to run an operating system that's still getting updates. If it's Windows, that means not that old. But if it's Linux, go ham.
Nice.
Dinus, Duke, and Lan. Do sponsors pay extra for Riley to do his amazing singing ad spots, or does he do them just because he can?
Yes. Both of those things. He's kind of been a bit of a spiritual successor for what Dennis was doing with what we call CSPs, or creative sponsor placements or something like that. I forget what it's short for, but it was CSRs, creative sponsor reads, but then I was like, that sounds too close to customer service representative, and I'm never going to know what you're talking about. So we changed it to CSP. And it is something that sponsors can pay extra for, and we do show them, hey, there's increased retention, there's increased click-through, like there's all these benefits. You should probably do this.
I have had 2 merch messages this evening asking for a compilation.
I could see that being something we might do on the Clips channel at some point, but yeah, no, he's been killing it. Cannot say enough how impressed I have been with Riley's work on that. I am blown away. Not just Riley, it's a team effort. It's not just Riley. They have to be shot and edited and stuff, but like massive shout out to the team.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's been nuts.
Yeah.
Last one I got for you today. Good evening, Linus, Luke, and Dan. What wireless technology do you think might compete or replace Bluetooth? Do you think RF headphones would ever make a comeback? Whatever happened to Li-Fi?
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, there's only so much spectrum. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, man, what new continents do you think we could discover? You know, over the last 1,000 years, Western civilization has discovered a continent at approximately a rate of 1 every 200 years. You know, yeah, okay, but
there's here's a really controversial take.
Sure,
modern BTLE, pretty good.
Yeah, there's more that could be done for user friendliness, but like
even then,
why can't I have multi-channel with good audio and a mic at the same time? In current year, I am upset.
I agree with that.
Do better. But it's still Bluetooth. You could just make Bluetooth less garbage.
Yeah. And they are.
Dual stream.
Like Bluetooth is continuing to get betterer. And I mean, as far as I can tell, the major constraint is just that we all want it to be cheap.
Yeah.
If you could do 2.4 gigahertz communication expensively, well, it would be better. Look at all the 2.4 gigahertz dongles that exist that are like better than Bluetooth, but we want it to be low power. We want it to be cheap, and we want it to have good range, and we want it to have a wide data path, and we wanted to have all these things. And it's like, well, look, in the real world, you don't get everything. So wait. I think it will continue to get better. As for Li-Fi, that's a good question. I would love to know what happened to Li-Fi.
And I was lying, there's one more. Linus, you mentioned you still occasionally play Halo Infinite. Do you prefer 4v4 modes or big team battle? Halo isn't Halo to me without vehicles and at least 8 versus 8.
I generally play 4v4. I find big team battle a little too chaotic for my boomer brain.
That's all I got.
Sorry. My apologies. Thanks for tuning into the WAN show. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
I would have just stayed there.
I know.
I would have waited.
I know. I got to go, though.
He gave up early.
Oh, yeah.
Bye!
Okay, I got to run.
Yeah, that's fine. Who knows?